1, and you should be going.
Hello, all. Welcome back to Oathbound Roads. See, for the, I don't know, however many of you ever would watch previous episodes, you might have noticed the last one was a little small. Goonchfist killed the chat. The stream died. Could not survive. It happens.
I forgot
Life,
about this.
life of
How?
crime and all that.
I blacked it out of my memory.
Well, too bad.
You worked for him.
I did this, I know.
Anyways, I should provide a slightly more detailed recap just in case. So, the Unbowed, in their stay in Alpench, had come to something of a crossroads after witnessing the quote-unquote assassination attempt of the Jarl being thwarted by soldiers of the Ion Reich that conveniently happened to be there. Jeddah the Changeling decided that her time was better off being spent here, helping any other changelings potentially get away. And for a moment, it seemed like that agreement was going to be final. With Vara, the human wizard, staying behind and helping out, the rest of the group were preparing to leave, only to find Vask's old flame and town drunk and a local actor and likely several other people that you haven't met yet. The changeling Wick had been arrested by the town guards attempting to come to them in the night. And a few choice words netted them a fair degree of suspicion, and drastic actions were taken, resulting in an intense chase across the lower districts of the city. There were some blows exchanged. Vask took one for the team and from the team.
I forgot that too.
And a lot of guards mysteriously died. No one's sure what that's about. Either way, the chase ended with Jeddah slipping away, changing her form, paying some people in a nearby house to borrow some clothes, and happened upon another changeling hiding in the alleys, a young woman who called herself Clasp, who led her to the nearby enclave where she found children. It's like a little tiny community trying their best to survive in increasingly hostile times. Meeting with their leader, an older changeling calling himself Motley, they discussed some potential plans for how to move forward. There was discussions of entering in and potentially clearing out old burial crypts beneath the city, and potentially finding a hiding place to keep the children safe, as well as sneaking some out onto ferries and various other means. Options were presented, game plans were being forged, and the group realized that they worked a little bit better together after all. All because of Goonchfist.
You brought us closer together.
I hate that.
Instead of fisting them apart.
Confession. I'm Gooch Fist.
No,
you're not.
No.
No, you're not. It's the Ron Swanson who broke it bit. I'm Goonchfist. No, you're not. Okay, so it's a lot of you. So if I remember correctly, it was Jeddah off in one of the other room you had booked for the night. Was with Clasp, and everyone else is in the other room.
Yeah. We got a long rest, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a moment, though.
Okay.
So, sleep is overall a peaceful thing for the lot of you. night going on. Not much in the way of dreams, not much in the way of activity. So, Hildegard,
Yes'm.
how exactly does your connection with the ravens work when you're sleeping?
Like they can still communicate into her mind. Like I imagine they'd still probably have to work at it a bit to wake her up. It's
Okay.
just a connection. It's like, what specifically are you asking for? Like their mental connection? Because I can just communicate back and forth.
Mm-hmm. Just like
That's-
how direct a thing, like you're sleeping right now, so the whole
Yeah.
seeing through their eyes thing isn't a direct thing at the
Oh
moment.
no, that is something she has to like consciously activate, and then it's on.
Gotcha. Okay. Just making sure about
Like-
that. That's
Which is why, like, if you remember, she also cut her connection to him at a couple points, like when they were fighting in the rafters because she didn't want to throw up in the bar.
yeah, absolutely. All right.
It's something she has to initiate, I guess is the best way to put it.
That makes
Jiggle,
sense.
just jiggle one of the birds to make Hildegard dizzy.
It would take more than a jiggle, but like if you grab one and start swinging
Well,
them around, she's gonna smack you.
Yeah, I just didn't want to say, shake the bird vigorously, because that would be mean.
Anyways, so what's up?
So, all right, I have to roll some dice in the background while a lot of you are sleeping real quick.
Uh-oh.
Interesting. Okay. So, Vara,
Mm?
you are awoken by a small little biting pain on your finger.
Oh.
Is my little shithead weasel biting me?
He is.
Okay, what do you want?
You
Sorry.
try to open your mouth and speak, and there is no sound.
Mm-hmm.
And you start to notice you can't hear anything at all.
Okay. Okay. Can I crack my eyes open to see if I can see anything?
You can. All right, so your eye peeks open, and you are treated to an alarming sight. All right, got to prepare a couple of things here. This should work. Oops, wrong thing. There we go. All right, so we're just gonna cut over to a map.
Oh fuck. No combat, he said.
Depended on a few things.
Well, I'm so stretched.
Stretchy!
Oh my god, what the hell?
I wanted to see what kind of reaction that would get for how long you guys would be laying down.
The long
So-
changeling.
No.
Stretchy. All right, let's correct that. All right, so
Is the map
You-
dark for everyone else?
Scroll down.
this has happened before with you, hasn't it?
I can see my sight.
I see me in class.
Hmm.
I can see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I will ping a direction for you to put your token down. I forgot this has happened before with you. It has to be a token you put down for it to work. Put yourself down right here. I will adjust
Alrighty.
and give you vision.
I'm seeing double.
Don't worry, that other garb's going away.
Also,
Going to the farm.
Going to the farm upstate.
There we are.
Yep.
Play with all the other wolfmen.
There is no sound, but you see a hooded, cloaked figure standing at the foot of Vask's bed, and both of the ravens are flying around trying to peck at him. Frantically. Feathers are flying, beaks are open. Soccer has bitten you and is frantically looking over at it. You realize you are in a zone of silence.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Alright, hold on 1 second.
I'm not to blame for this, by the way, Scatha.
That's fine.
How do you know that?
does that mean Laug flew all the way back?
What?
Desperado keeps casting silence on my bosses.
I said, Zeski, if that mean Laug flew all the way back?
Yeah, he would have.
Alright. So, I have experienced this spell before, and my backstory gives me a very competent reason that I can just shut this down.
Mm-hmm.
I have subtle spell, and I have dispel magic.
Okay.
So I'm gonna lay here in this bed, very, very subtly make the components as I'm laying next to Hildegard here, and turn off the silence.
Okay. So,
Someone unmuting the birds.
yeah,
Time to unmute Twitter.
there is absolutely no transition whatsoever. It is just an immediate and horrific cacophony of screeching birds, fluttering wings, pecking, grunts of pain from someone who, the second they see that the second that they realize the sound has dropped, frantically look around. And you'd all
Are
be
we awake
waking
now?
up pretty fast from that. Yeah, you'd be jolted awake from this.
Even over here?
You two?
Tonight perception?
Sure. Disadvantage since you're sleeping.
Real quick, could I slap myself as a bonus action to light up?
I'll allow that.
Weaponized.
I'm guessing the bird's telepathy couldn't reach me.
11.
Yep, I mean, you'd hear them.
Oh.
There you go. All right, 11.
Oh god, that's funny.
Almost 12.
Almost. The other one is a 12 backwards, though. All right, so
I am
11.
regretting my character reasons for not taking hold person.
Oh, don't worry, I got it.
Okay, so you all jolt awake and see a cloaked figure hovering over the foot of the Vask's bed, daggers in hand, face somewhat obscured.
May I hip cast a spell?
Sure.
I would like to hit this person with hold person, provided they are a person. You know,
All right. I'll see what happens.
5th level. Not that increasing the level just means I hit more people, but there's only one person to hit.
Yep.
You don't throw some bats.
There you can see.
So you can channel the magic, release it. There's no visible sign it worked at all.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, so they're not technically human. Or
So
a
now that
humanoid.
now that you guys are getting a better look with Vask's light, you see this fella.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Mm.
I
Hi,
think
Mr.
the
Changeling.
I think the night wind is upset at me. Or the north wind.
I think they're upset at everybody here.
I mean, so far
So-
they're losing to two very upstart Blue Jays, so I'm not terribly threatened by them.
Mm.
All right.
Don't
So
underestimate those Blue Jays.
they'll bully you and be really mean.
They'll hire adventurers to kick you out of your nest.
All right. So let's see here. What's the correct one for this? We'll just do the standard battle for this. All right, so things could happen pretty quick here, so let's roll initiative.
Okay.
Oh God, guys. There
This
you
guy's
go.
an assassin. He's gonna go first no matter what we do, I think. Unless he rolls a 1.
Well,
Okay.
Vasquez in trouble.
He could possibly beat me, but I'm going to be surprised if he can.
I got a 24, so you
Yeah.
are going to go first.
Oh, Let's.
All right, and let's add clasp real quick as well.
Did she wake up?
Yep, she did. You guys
Did
are
I?
right next door. Yeah, you did.
Okay, cool.
I think Vask might be in trouble. Actually, the sleepy boys' room. We both rolled 3.
You did.
Sleepy boys.
All right, she got a 15. All right, so let's arrange.
Thank goodness for familiars.
Sucker's
Yeah?
getting extra am for the next 5 nights.
Yeah, if Vask survives, he'll make sure of it.
Imagine this poor
Alright.
bastard breaks into a room and just gets assaulted by a small animal farm.
Yep.
That's one of the problems with the adventurers. You never know if they've got familiars or not.
Yep.
God help you if it's a paladin, because then a horse drops on your ass.
Oh god,
so-
Biter's just gonna burst through the window.
It's a second story window too, but he'll still do it.
Yeah.
All right.
And he won't tell us how if we ask.
Of course not.
I jumped.
No.
All right. So, first turn of the order is Hildegard. This figure clearly can see you're all awake now.
Let's see. Don't really want to burn another spell slot. But if we guess they're a changeling, that means they probably have Fey resistance to charm. But the charm's too much a problem. Oh. Do I burn a big one?
Well, this person broke into our room to ostensibly murder us in our sleep, so
Alright,
Yeah.
I'm gonna try a big one then. I'm casting Eye Bite.
Oh.
Ooh.
And I would like to put the son of a bitch to sleep.
Okay.
Just it's a fucking paragraph. DC what, 17.
Wisdom.
All
Is
right.
this changeling wise? I mean, he broke into our rooms. Probably not, but
About to lose the stuff if this works.
Okay. All right. That is. Yep. That's a 19. He passes.
oh,
Well,
it's still on though. Like, it's a
yeah, fun thing about Eye Bite is it doesn't really need to have one. So Hildy's going to move over here basically towards the door, so to cut off an avenue of escape. And I guess bonus actions are to the birds fucking around.
Alright.
One will move here, then I'm going to do 2 bird pecks with advantage.
Go for it.
Advantagio. 18.
Okay.
Ow.
That hits.
Oh.
Just. Alright, so
Yeah.
8. Noted.
Advantage.
That one does not.
Uh,
Alright, so
because I can, I'm going to hit Blood Reader just to get as much information as I can. So,
alright. It's another save, I believe. It's con.
yes,
Yep.
Constitution saving throw. He needs to make a 17.
Alright.
Weirdly, I find this kind of invasive.
Okay. He just fails. So what do you want to know?
Let's go with. Pretty sure I know what it is, but I want to know if it's under any spells or curses. If it has any spell slots left, and finally, for fun, its emotional state. I can guess the last one, but I still want to know.
Alright. That's easy. And DM'd.
Okay. Then she's going to make a hushed call and say, "It has spell slots. Be careful."
Okay, it's not. They're not it. They're not an it.
We don't know its
They're
gender.
animal.
They might
know
go,
its
but
gender.
who knows?
No,
We don't know its gender, so it is the default.
they.
Bask in his bed, like, please stop it from killing me.
It's like,
All right.
argue about pronouns later.
Murder
Yeah.
now, pronouns later.
So turnover.
I'm sorry I misgendered you before. You were trying to kill me. I was kind of panicking.
It's all good, they say with their last breath.
You kind of look like my paralysis demon.
Okay. So seeing everyone awake, seeing the situation. All right. Okay, measuring a couple of things here. Very nice.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Flailing around trying to protect its eyes from these invasive ravens. The body apparates into mist.
Ooh.
Was it a spell?
Yep. You recognize it was Misty Step.
Counter spell.
Wow.
Mask is salty when he gets woken up.
All right.
And
Fucking
Bask in its head, he just replies, it goes, "You're not leaving until you explain what's going on."
Okay. That's its bonus action spent, realizing that is a potential wash. Okay.
The thing is, if the assassin wasn't there, he was ready to mind sliver the birds on instinct with that noise.
All right. So he
He wanted to
instead
invent it.
is going to run.
No. It's an attack
Which
of
will-
opportunity.
Yep.
Bird
Wait,
opportunity.
does that mean I get one?
Ah, damn.
Yeah, you would.
Should I just kill him?
You sleep with your sword next to you.
He's sleeping on the
Charm
couch just so
probably
he can do
does.
that.
Maybe not kill him immediately.
I mean, you can.
I mean, knock him the fuck out, but
You'd like to question him.
Would you rather I? Yeah, I don't think he. Well, maybe he would sleep with his sword next to him, but I might just go for a fucking bite.
hell yeah.
Do what you want.
You ever bite a candle?
Aw.
Oh,
So, nimble and quick, it manages to dodge out of the way of an incoming peck, and to its great surprise and consternation, the large, heavily armored warrior attempting to bite him in the leg as he is moving away. All right, so
How's that one meme go? Give me your toes, boy!
I'll take one more burb attack of opportunity, and he's going to jump out of this window here.
all right, motherfucker.
This is
Wanna
yet
do a
again.
city chase? Let's fucking do a city chase.
They only got a +4. They're not hitting much.
All right, so down they go. Going to take a little bit of falling damage because it's a second story drop. Okay, noted. And they are going to, that was only 10, 15 meter movement, so they are gonna book it. Get over this far. That's as far as they can get this turn. So, we are now at Jeddah.
Cool. What? What the fuck? Open door. E. Quick, Jet booth. Whoop, that's like 10 feet there. Which room is theirs?
It is this one right here.
On your
You're
left.
right next door.
I love that our D'Artagnan friends can see this, and I'm like, what door? This
That's
room
why
has
Vask-
no door. You come in through the window.
That's why
Doors-
Vask turned
doors
his
swings
light
open.
on.
What's going on?
There's-
Assassin.
You see the
Point
window
at the
swung
window.
wide open.
Okay, where's the window? Here?
You see
Yeah.
Vask?
Yes.
Cool.
Dash.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna dash.
All right.
Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Sorry, Vask. 30.
As she runs by, Hildegard will shout, "Take him alive if you can."
What's he look like?
Changeling, Northwind, I think.
Cloak.
Fuck.
It's a cloaked figure.
I get to here, and I'm going to use. Let me make sure I'm using this right.
It's probably bleeding and hauling ass.
Yeah, I'm going to use a bonus action to use a moxie point to use stick and move and dash again.
Nice.
5, and then I jump out the window.
Okay.
10.
All right. That will be. That's it.
Yeah, fall damage.
Yep. That's be 2d6.
Oh, okay. So you rolling that, or am I rolling that?
Oh, sure. I'll get it.
Oh, okay. Just like
Okay. Oh, okay.
8. Ow.
It hurts a little bit on the descent. You land as good as you can. You've done this before, but sometimes there's only so much shock you can absorb, so your knees are hurting when you land. But you land on your feet and you're good.
Okay. I see him.
Yep, currently
What the fuck's
running
he
the
react?
other way.
To this huge figure coming out the window.
There is very much a I fucked up look on their face.
Could I roll an intimidation?
If you want.
I'd like
Which-
to.
Which face are you using?
I am Nat.
Back with Matt, so
fucking
I-
Furball drops out the window. Oh my god!
Oh,
Alright,
You still
well,
have movement?
yeah. 15, 20. I want to get in his way. I can't move any further, but I want to get in his way.
I will do that. The map doesn't go any further than this.
Yeah. She gets in front of him and, like, put the arms out and tries to block him.
Mm-hmm.
Stay
Okay.
the fuck there.
Okay.
God, I'm good at intimidation. I have a +9.
Yeah, that's really funny.
12.
What are you going to do? Make him run faster?
All right. So it's Clasp's turn. Bonus action to dash. She'll run out and inside, just looking around. See the open window, just confused. Also looking a little more frightened than the lot of you do.
Aw.
Alright, so just kind of looks around. There's just a... What do I do? Do you need help?
There was an assassin in the night. A cloaked figure, a changeling, we think.
Did she jump through the window just now?
Yeah, she does.
Yes.
Yeah, she does that.
Stay here.
Okay. Okay, I'll guard the door. And she does that. She guards the door.
Good idea. I think somebody has a good idea around here.
That's what I was doing.
Hey, jumping out the window was a great idea.
All right. So that brings us to Vara's turn.
Okay. How far away
Oh,
are
did I
they?
see this fucker's a changeling?
No, that's just the one token I use. She's currently disguised. The
Okay,
same
okay.
young human woman that you first saw her as.
No. This guy.
Yeah, openly a changeling.
How far
Huh.
away are they from me?
Well, there's from the window down, it's about a 10-foot, 20-foot drop,
Okay.
like all the way down to the ground.
Don't think they're actually very far away.
No, not super far.
They should
Altogether, diagonally, that would be 30 feet.
They should still be in range then. They probably have a higher dex than my spell save DC, but fuck it, I'm gonna try it. Fuck you.
Resilient sphere, okay.
You're gonna want me to cup her hands? Like she's making
Into
a
the
circle?
hamster ball you go. She's had to use it on soccer a few times to contain him.
It's this little hamster ball.
I was about to say.
Jail for soccer.
Jail for 1,000 years!
Only a minute, I can only hold it for that one. But yeah.
His war dance is too powerful. Just that, I'm picturing that rat from that one episode of Chowder that just kept attacking the glass window for like 4 times. I don't know if anybody remembers that. They just reused the same animation 4 times. Okay. Dexterity saving throw. Let's see what happens.
Cross your fingers, cross your fingers.
Let's see. Oh, wait. Shit, that's right. Reliable talent.
Oh,
no.
fucker.
Yeah, there's no possible way he could fail this save for a nat 1. Really. Yeah.
Ah! God damn it.
Thoroughly passes.
It's alright. Had to try it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He tries to run, he's gonna get fucking punched in the face.
All right.
What type of save was that? A dex?
A dex
Yep.
save, yeah.
Okay. My turn?
Yep.
I just need to see.
I had a feeling he was gonna pass that, but you know.
Yeah. Have to take that gamble, or else we didn't do anything.
Actually, Garm might have a higher dex than.
No,
I'll
I have
have a-
nothing.
I have a
No,
1
I
in dex.
just checked. Your dex is higher. That's why I put you above him.
Okay, can I see them if I'm like here standing on the bed? No, I have to go here.
Yep.
Okay. Quicken spell. I'm going to Mind Sliver.
Okay.
Ooh, Stein.
Okay.
That's high for my sliver.
It is. All right, let me
Did that
make
hit?
sure.
Plot twist, his head just explodes.
Ah, no, not again. Well, if he's got reliable talent, he's going to have more than 9 HP. Or whatever,
Yep.
and whatever he took from falling.
Yeah, he doesn't look winded in the slightest. Just
Silent.
But did he get hit by that
right.
or resist it?
Let me see. I forgot how reliable talent works for a minute there. Let me see. Yeah, he passes. Man, he's rolling high.
Nerds. Oh, then I might not want to try this spell then. Oh.
I mean, maybe just hurt him. Honestly.
Does he look? Do they look particularly wise?
I mean,
They're an assassin, so no.
Because snail time.
Please
wow,
do
going
that.
right for it. Okay.
Wait! Oh no! Sarah, no!
Why?
He's a changeling!
And
Wait, when I
You can't
But I-
transform a changeling.
Yeah, it only works on. Let me see.
Wait, let me double check.
Ow.
Let me double check.
Yep.
Oh,
no
well,
effect
then I
on a
would
shape
know that.
changer.
Okay.
Yeah.
It does. At
Oh.
least in my Rachel stuff, you are not immune to being changed.
Okay. Well, he technically counts as a creature. Whatever. I'll still roll for it. Let's see.
Shoot.
Okay. He turns into a snail.
Yes!
shit.
Jenna, like, looks like, what?
Look down. It's a rather large snail, like a large invasive land snail.
One of those apple snails.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? There's actually the perfect little token to use here. Little condition token.
Oh yeah.
That's right.
Been
Snailed.
snailed.
Looks at it cook.
Get snailed, idiot.
Well.
Welk.
Not so
Damn it.
fun having that done against your will, huh?
Bring him up here. Then you're gonna have a chat.
All right. You have successfully captured by snailing.
Fucking pick him up off the
Old
ground.
snail. Good
guess
old
you could say-
snail. Always
Yes.
works.
Guess you could say you guys snailed it.
I could,
good.
but I would have to kill myself.
All right.
Yeah,
Let's
I'm gonna
close
pick
the window.
Yeah.
Yep.
Pluck him up. I can get back up here. It's fine.
Oh wait, yeah. Open the window for let you back in.
Just have someone
Hold
stand.
the snail. So how are we doing this?
Just exploring the room that I can see.
You're
Well-
glowing.
You guys, I will turn on. Like, I'll just say there are candles and the like in here that you guys could turn on real quick. I
Yeah.
will do that.
How are we going to? And she like waves the snail around. Interrogate this.
You just need to grab him when it's dispelled.
Yeah.
I mean, you say that, but you saw how this guy was moving.
Well,
Okay, we
there
can.
are lockers right there, right? Little foot chests.
Yep.
Could we
Yes.
stick them in there and
How-
drop concentration?
However, they did try to use a Misty Step spell, which. Wait, is Misty Step line of sight?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so
Let's stick them in a box.
They also tried
See?
to use silence.
Yeah. It's
So,
also a good thing that Garm did not immediately voice his like first instinct.
which was
The first idea of an interrogation tactic to come to his mind, because he's got the midnight snackies. It's like,
Oh my god.
really tempted to just pop this thing into my mouth, not eat
we
him.
have 2 birds, a weasel, and a werewolf.
She look at the snail. You saw how quickly we caught you.
Now, here's the thing. Right now, its brain is a snail, so I don't think it can actually understand us. I don't know if it can hear us. I don't know about like the audio processing abilities of snails. So
I actually
Garm
not sure
looking
myself.
over the shoulder.
You just get a look.
I'm pretty sure a snail can even fear God.
I think
Garm,
I
Just
think
dangle the snail out of the window. Just where were the other trucks going?
Oh my god.
Tell me what the
okay.
bears
I'm gonna
are.
toss him into a footstool and be ready to fucking. Wait.
I could go
What if
get
we
some
have-
salt from Troutbone's kitchen and like
Oh,
War crimes.
Okay, here's a question. What if he can like teleport without line of sight?
Then he should have used it.
I mean, maybe he was trying to conserve.
He jumped out the window instead of.
That's true. That's true. I'm just trying to be like, you know.
But no, we understand it's practical.
You guys hear the sounds of footsteps coming up the stairs from outside.
Oh god! I plop it into a chest.
vast
And
taps
rounding
and
the
stuff
corner,
starts glowing.
you see Troutbone wearing a nightgown holding a giant warhammer.
Oh,
Fuck. Sorry about that.
Commotion.
Trombone.
there
What?
was
Commotion.
there was a thief who tried to break in. They ran out the window as soon as we woke up.
They
The
get
birds
away.
chased them off.
Yeah, they went down the street a ways.
Y'all don't seem particularly rattled about a thief getting away. They take
I
anything?
mean,
Not
No.
really.
not really rattled because they didn't get anything, and
The
I mean, look at us. We could have probably, you know, taken them out.
the familiars woke us up before they could do anything really meaningful.
If they're a thief, they're probably, you know, probably not in the best of state.
All right, roll deception against fucking Troutbone.
Yeah,
apparently,
You guys are lying to him.
I don't know why we jumped to lying immediately. So I
What?
just was like, oh, that's what we're
You
doing.
don't know.
Okay.
Hold on.
You don't know what these fucking
Man,
stakes
my
and
dice
everything
is
are.
actually being. Man, I love this dice. It is rolling high tonight. Okay, so you guys are gonna have to beat a 24 insight here.
Jesus.
What the
Vask
shit?
nobody
isn't,
lies to Troutbone.
Vask isn't because he was about to tell the truth until everyone started like lying. He was
Look,
like,
Just tell the truth then.
well, the guard started lying. I was like, oh, I
And he
guess
kinda
we'll
like-
do it.
he sighs, looks at the group, and then back to Troutbone. Okay. Troutbone, we've worked together a number of times, right? You know me.
Yep.
There was an assassin looming over my bed, but the birds and the weasel, the familiars, noticed it.
The haft of the hammer comes down onto the wood flooring hard enough to leave a slight dent.
Oof.
They're in that box. They are currently a snail.
Nods knowingly and as expected. Sort of way. Looks over at a Hildegard and goes, "Don't lie to Troutbone."
Just shrugs like, I don't know you well enough not to, sir. Sorry.
Violence in the errantry is a crime. Goes against every guild tradition we got. There will
Well,
be consequences for this.
oh,
We were going to interrogate them and see why they were interested in seemingly wanting to kill me.
Seeing as they are currently a snail, do you have any salt to spare?
okay. Look. That'll just turn them back to normal if it hurts them, and they might not even remember what happened when they turn back.
Yeah, snail brains aren't exactly the most complex.
Indeed not. Good. Unfortunately, they ain't even smart enough to be traumatized.
Now, out of professional respect, do you want us interrogating him? I've got about an hour left. I can maintain this. Or do you want to be present, or should we take this?
There's an
Troutbone
offense to
would,
Troutbone.
Troutbone would like answers.
Troutbone has his ways.
Look to the rest of the group and telepathically, it's like we good with including Troutbone. Probably one of the more trustworthy ones in the city.
Vara's gonna turn and look at you and think in your head, look at that man and tell me that he's not going to get answers.
I'm thinking back to that one Justice League episode where they go to the future with old Batman. It's like, I can't ever believe I was that green. This is how you interrogate somebody.
It just cuts out.
And it cuts away, and the dude is blubbering and spilling every single dirty secret he has.
Lock the windows. I'll get the doors. I'll cover
Okay.
the keyholes.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna lock the window, and I'm gonna like pick up this bed and like lean it against the window, just like
Mm-hmm.
Let me move first.
So you can't jump through the window. You have to get through the bed first.
Yep.
It makes sense that Troutbone, being a senior errant, would know. It's like, yeah, sometimes you even gotta cover the keyholes, because line of sight.
You don't want witnesses looking in.
Actually, I got a better idea. I'm gonna take you to the secret chamber.
Oh my god! What?
Is that the cellar?
Close. Follow Troutbone.
I'll grab the fucking chest, I guess.
You just grab the snail out of the chest.
No, I'll bring in the chest.
I want to get snail slime all over me.
Yeah.
Unlocks
Okay.
this room over here. It's a slightly more stately room than the other ones.
Oh wow. With a whistle? Was your room?
Nope. Steps over to this bookshelf. Just the blink of an eye, pulls like 6 different books out and puts them back in. It slides back into the wall,
Holy shit. Alright.
and a hidden cellar opens up.
Oh, goddamn.
You'd be surprised how often this sort of thing is required. We mostly use it to store broken bed frames and shit.
Ah,
Don't want to waste the wood.
that's fair. Meant to Vask in their heads. Vask, how does this man? How is Troutbone about change?
White Vask, no?
You've never heard him say anything against them. Although, just to make a note of something, he does actually roll an insight on Troutbone real quick.
Alright.
I think I already realized.
I'm gonna actually.
Oh yeah, didn't he
I'm
clock
gonna
you a
use-
few sessions ago?
Yeah,
He
did.
might have, yeah. Where is it? I want. Just making sure I can use it for this. Okay, here it is. Does it work for insight? Yeah, I'm gonna use a Moxie point to get advantage.
Okay.
Advantage. See if I can roll another 12. Fuck you!
Over. Okay. So, low rolls tonight, but that's good enough.
Okay.
It takes you a moment and you realize, oh right, I've been talking to Troutbone as though I know him. And when I'm wearing skin he's not seen. You look over and you get a vibe that he fully is in the know about what's going on here and just doesn't give a shit.
Okay. Troutbone,
Yep.
the snail's a changeling.
Noted. Means a couple of techniques I have won't work.
What?
Never mind.
Oh boy.
I'm scared to learn what class Troutbone is.
Yeah.
Starting the Warhammer fighter, probably.
He's the human
More
male
like a
fighter.
Warhammer wizard.
About.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna put the chest down. All right. Are we ready?
Everybody will
Troutbone
choose
is
the name. Go on.
He's the male fighter that everybody warns you about. The
Yeah,
male
I was
human
gonna say,
fighter.
if he turns out to be a wizard, because the whole like, oh, I guess some of my things won't work on him, but the whole, shapeshifter thing is like, everybody once feared Troutbone the Magnificent.
Could be
It'd be Troutbone the Tremendous.
Oh God.
Alliteration is important.
For wizards, yes.
Class.
Yes.
Yeah. I was talking to Clasp.
Yeah, Clasp.
Yes.
Do you want to wait outside or?
Why was an assassin after you guys?
Well-
About to find out.
Before we crack that particular shell, my guess is I've already uncovered Northwind plots myself, and if they are involved, whether with the Reich or not, that I'm just going to say, if I was them, I'd probably go out try to take out the guy who can, peer through their disguises. Even though I'm
Northwind?
already years
She's
ago, when I was just getting my start, really, I was at. Did we give it a specific name, or what town he was in?
It doesn't really matter all that much.
I was traveling through a town much further south, and I just happened to meet the guy in charge, and Vask taps his head. I heard some things that didn't think I could hear. He was gloating, and yeah, that's kind of how I got my start. Fortunately, that means most changelings are afraid of me.
To be fair, your reputation had me kind of concerned.
Oh.
Although that reputation has led me to helping changelings escape, so keep them hidden. Because it's like, oh hey, Mr. Changeling Detector, is this person a changeling? I hear them in their head going, oh god, please no. I go, nope, they're fine.
Troutbone is reevaluating your character a bit, Vask.
Don't. I do have a reputation. Remember.
All right. Clasp, do you want me here for this or?
I mean, I want to know why a changeling was actively making things more dangerous for us. Motley will want to know what happened. Sure, I'll be here for it.
All right, be ready. This guy he was killed, and I don't.
Yeah.
No
We
offense,
put the
Clasp,
snail.
but you are visibly more shaken than the rest of us.
I'm more concerned that they might try to take you
Oh,
as a hostage.
You keep saying clasp, and I think you're saying Vask.
I know.
They are similar. That's on me.
It's the AS.
Well, yeah. No offense, Clasp, but you are the most visibly shaken out of us.
Yeah, I'll just stand behind Troutbone.
There you go. All right, open the chest. Is the snail
No.
still there?
I'm
Yeah.
going to.
No, it's not. Yes, yeah, it is.
Oh
I
god, it's
gotta
the
pick up
immortal
the snail.
elusive snail.
Hey, Vask,
Yes.
don't drop it. Don't drop it. This will be
You're the one
cathartic.
holding it. How can
No,
I drop
don't drop the spell.
I know.
So sit down the snail. Let's see
Should we
what
put
it
it
does.
in the
for a
bubble
second.
first?
Huh?
I suggested putting it into the box.
Yeah, but no, if we put it in the resilient sphere first and then drop it, it'll be in there for a minute.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it can't
That's
dodge
a
as a
spell
snail.
slot, though.
It
1
is a
minute's
spell
not
slot.
very long for an interrogation.
Yeah,
But yeah.
that's
Yeah. So do we want to keep him in the crate and let him just be stuck in there, or what? What are we
Now,
doing?
remember,
We-
did have weapons on them when we did this, so we're gonna want to be ready to.
Oh yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to get stabbed.
Okay, mechanically wise, should we hold our actions to like try to subdue?
Ideally, yes.
Absolutely beat the shit out of this guy.
Yeah.
Just imagining he's slowly coming out of the haze of snails, brains restarting, and then just 6 people dogpile him.
How about you drop on anything to add?
We'll find out.
All right. Are we all ready?
Well,
If you got like that,
I'm
maybe
ready
put
to
up your
mind
shield.
sliver it again.
Maybe put up your shield
Actually-
fast.
Actually, I have a different idea. But what?
Your shield. Your
Oh, my
Mage
mage armor.
mage armor.
Yes, Eldegard, do you want that as well?
That'd be nice.
Okay, Quinn spelled.
It can't hurt. even if this goes fine, like having some protection up for later too.
Yeah, that's true. So, your armor is 13 plus dex
Mhm.
mod.
16.
Yep, mine only goes up to 14, but that's better than my 11.
Yeah.
So,
All right. Nat raises her foot up above the snail.
no, wait, hold on. Just put it down a second.
Oh, God, man. I'm about to get some fucking catharsis. All right.
I'm sorry, I need it.
You know, we were trying to stab you. That's fair.
Jesus.
Oh my
Yes.
God!
You almost got a crit on that poor bastard.
Jesus!
I'm trying to take away its reactions once it pops up and being like, wakey, wakey.
Okay, wow. Straight up torture already. Literally tasering someone. Okay, so
She was going to squish it.
Yeah, I was.
it's true. Okay, so
These guys
With
have made
that-
nothing life harder for us.
it starts as just the snail bubbling a little bit as it heats
Yeah.
up, and it
Yeah.
expands into a waxier, larger, somewhat more grotesque looking form as it slowly grows back into the waxy skin changeling. Falls down onto hands and knees, smoking a little bit, the smell of burnt leather, shaking.
Blade is out, pointed at them.
Good morning, sunshine. We got some questions.
If you move, I stab you.
Garm, you want to relieve them of their pointy bits?
Well, will I have to roll anything for that?
Um,
How
Yeah.
resistant are they?
Do I need to roll an intimidation for zapping them awake?
they seem to have a pretty good grasp of what's going on. Okay. You can take the weapons that you can see. There is a dagger and a rapier at their sides, as well as a pretty nasty looking clawed gauntlet.
Ooh. Okay, hell yeah.
Do we need to do anything like a investigation or perception to check for hidden stuff?
That's a good idea if you want to do that.
I would
I would
like to roll an investigation.
Yep.
Like with the
Give you
blade like pressed into the small of
Push
their
them
back.
down.
Just- yeah.
give you 8 on that.
Okay. No, not that
As-
one.
as intended to do
intimidation.
that.
13!
Oh my
Is it 12?
God!
it's investigation, so.
All right.
I'm so good at investigation, though.
Yeah.
Low rolls so far tonight.
Fuck!
Man.
Jesus.
All right. So, looking over the body and everything, quick cursory glance, you find 3 throwing knives all hidden beneath a belt running along the chest.
All right. I'll take those. And the gauntlet too. I'm taking that gauntlet.
I have stats for that later.
Oh yeah. All right. Takes those. blade still pressed into their back, and then like presses her knee into just like below where the blade is. What's your name?
There is no response.
I'm going to have detect thoughts up.
Okay. All right. So surface level thoughts, you are getting a mantra, just a repeated phrase over and over again. The north wind points home.
Well, that already tells us one thing.
Into their head, as also audibly, Vask will go, "You are so far from home, and if you do not answer us, you'll never follow that wind home."
Hearing the confirmation, the blade presses down a little harder. What are you? Why actively make the world a worse place for your kind? Anything?
Still the mantra.
There, the mantra and one little moment of eye contact. Just one through the detect thoughts, one little flash of questioning. Just in a, it's an odd question for a furball to ask.
I should have done the telepathic bond, but because I came here. But
It happened.
telepathically to Nat will go, "They were confused by a furbolg saying that." Don't know if you want to elaborate on that. Don't have to.
I've met several of your people. And of the ones I've met, they're just trying to survive. But you? This north wind? If that's what you are? Assassinating, making life harder for all the other changelings around you. What's the point?
Still nothing.
No answers.
Or still the same thoughts. Mantra.
Yep. It is becoming pretty clear at this point that this person has been pretty thoroughly trained.
Yeah.
Hildegard's going to glance over at Vask and make a gesture motion like, should I try something? Or
And Vask will take a kind of step back. Gesture.
oh, neat. She's just kind of just come right up to this person, like pull back the hood, literally just go eye to eye, and just keep going closer until these fucking dead eyes are staring directly into their soul, and then cast fear. This is purely the idea is to try and break the mantra. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, if you can crack the mantra, slip them up, maybe something can go through.
Okay. See what happens. Heh. Wow.
Fucker not 20 on me?
No, an at one.
Oh my
there we
god!
go. See,
Okay. So
Fucking vision of the crone.
Vask,
Mm-hmm.
there is a moment where there is just something that pierces right through. Wow. Okay. So the mantra and the veneer just drops for a moment. And you get a vision of something that you're not entirely sure you were meant to see. There is a brief flash of a dark expanse and a hunched, chained, winged figure
Oh,
with glowing green eyes. And something about that particular sight chills this fellow to the very soul.
Hmm.
It's just a
Um,
little.
mother.
There is just one little whispered.
What is it?
Whispered what?
There's a quick little whisper. Just what are you to Hildegard?
Like, like seeing that the spell works, she's gonna make a gesture to Vask, like, you have it in.
And oh, did he say that? Did they? I keep saying he. Did they say that out loud, or was that in the?
That was out loud. It was a whisper, but it was out loud.
So Vask isn't sure if that was something that was projected through the fear spell, or if that was something that the Northwind fear in general. So Vask is a little uh, unnerved, but he's going to kind of crouch down again a little bit closer and do the little telekinetic nudge on their chin so it would turn from Hildegard to face him.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us what we want to know, or we can introduce you to her. Or there is someone closer with wings that would just love to make another demonstration of the helpful little volunteer like you.
I think the blade presses a little harder, not because Vask waving him around as a
Yeah,
threat. It just kind of makes her
Vask,
reflexively, you know,
I rolled that
react.
deception because
So
I think that was Vask forcing himself to say that and
Okay.
not feel disgusted.
fucking hell.
There's a moment of focused eye contact, just evaluating the room a little more. Still looks very rattled by Hildegard. Averts eye contact there, clearly. But still says nothing.
Do you changelings have bones?
I'm going to probe deeper,
Okay.
specifically searching for who gave them the order and what the orders were. So,
Okay.
whoops. Fortunately, Detect Thoughts is one of those spells I haven't fully filled out.
But the fear or anything give bonuses to cracking through that mental fortitude?
As an action, you can either shift your attention to another creature's thoughts or attempt to probe deeper. You must make a wisdom saving throw.
Yep.
Fails, you gain insight to its reasoning, if any, its emotional state, and something that looms large in its mind.
Okay. All right. There was a higher roll again. It rolled an 18.
Oh. Shoot.
So the attempt is made. The mantra returns. Making pointed eye contact.
Can you retry it, or are they immune for a set amount of time?
Well, now they have the chance, if they wanted, to do a competing intelligence check to try and sever the link.
It's gonna try to do that for sure.
Okay.
All right. Even with that, not amazing. Oh, wait. Reliable talent actually involves this since it's a check.
Oh my god. Well, never mind then, because if it's a 10, I rolled an 8.
Yep. So, yeah. Not only does it fail, the link is severed, and your mind is closed off to them.
I really wish I had finished writing that spell we were discussing. Oh well.
All
Mhm.
right. Let me see.
And telepathically, Vasco will be like, well, they've closed their mind. Try again, but they'll be prepared for it.
Hmm.
So we got a better idea.
Troutbone.
Drowbone thinks this one knows talking's pointless. Drowbone knows the eyes of a zealot when he sees one. If answers
thing-
elude, then only pain remains.
Thing is, I was really wanting to know if they were a zealot of the North Wind, as they say, or if the North Winds are the zealots of the Reich.
Maybe if we just keep saying infuriating shit in front of them, they're gonna have to speak up.
Yeah, Vasquez said that while looking directly at them.
Goad them into
Merely
divulging anything.
Merely the puppets and the excuse for the Reich to do what they want. How pitiful.
There's a slight chuckle at that. Just, I see why they chose you.
Who chose him?
And back to silence.
Oh, so they think that they think you work for the Reich. That's cute. Well, since they're not really into talking, and I'm sure they're ready to die, might as well get it over with then, I guess.
As Hildegard sighs, I goes, well, I can at least pull their souls from the grave and speak to them afterwards. She's completely bluffing on that.
They seemed
Well-
rather unsettled when they glimpsed your looks to the birds. Your mother.
What now? I'm unsure if the caster knows what the person sees when you cast fear.
Yeah, Vasco, with his experience just being a telepath, could he try to send that image to Hildegard?
It's
That one that he
imperfect, but it would be good enough of a likeness for you to immediately recognize it. That was a pretty impactful memory.
Yeah, her eyes go wide again, and she's like,
I don't know if the image itself terrified it or if it was recognition that terrified it. Saying this all telepathically. Not sure if Hildegard wants this spilled.
she doesn't mind the group knowing, but again, Troutbone and the Changeling are extra.
Yeah, that's why Vasquez
Yeah.
being a little more cautious.
Yeah, she looks a little not panicked, but just a little like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, but you could totally bluff about. I mean, do you have speak with dead?
Yes.
Cool. Let's kill him.
Oh my god. Do you?
But remember, we're not sure that works on Changelings since they turn to mush. But
Yeah.
odds are this
and
one
again,
probably doesn't know that. Sorry.
You work with the right.
Just the head rolls back a little bit, and there's a little glint of eye contact.
Can I insight?
Sure.
I just got my spell slots back. I don't know if I want to do another detect thoughts.
I've used almost all mine, so
Well, you get it back with the night's sleep. I have to wait a week. Or be heroic.
So, you
Actually, yeah, I can use a sorcery points because I get those back into a rest to recast detect thoughts. Just skim.
You get the vibe at that 14 that they can tell that question is real, that question you're asking is pointing to something deeper, and their being quiet is their little way of messing with you about it.
but mentally it's still just the mantra.
Yep.
Alright. Alright, how about this then? Quid pro quo. Information for information.
What you planning?
I don't know yet.
The figure laughs. What could you possibly tell me? You don't know anything. You're all
Really?
just scratching at walls about this. It's been cute.
Why don't you tell us something?
That's a failure. Sudden pain of a migraine.
Vask doesn't say anything, he's just standing there.
Do you want to die?
No. That's the beauty of it, though. Is that even though I don't, I'm willing to.
What good does that serve you?
I wouldn't expect you to understand.
Really? You won't
How could you?
raise an eyebrow.
You might want to transform in front of this fucker.
What are you doing?
I
Okay.
didn't know if that's what you were thinking.
I'm thinking
Maybe
about
Garm should
it.
transform in front of him.
Thinking about it. I want to see how he reacts.
Hey, you're in a tiny room with a Garmer. Have fun.
How could yeah, but yeah, did he say anything to that?
Just looking at you.
You should have a D4 minus to whatever check is next. I'm just
That's noted.
within the next 6 seconds. So
That's likely
That's the
already
last one.
passed then. Still, you
Yeah.
heard him. He has a migraine right this moment.
Just stares down at him. What is the point of you? Are you trying to help your kind? Hurt them on personal gain? Or maybe you get a kick out of it. Watching your kind turn to goo. Is that it?
Poor choice of words. And a hidden blade comes out of the sleeve
Oh shit. Stab me,
Yay.
motherfucker.
and stabs himself in the throat.
Oh, well.
Well,
Okay, we're face to we're like face to face. Do I have a
Does anyone
chance of
have-
catching that,
spare the dying.
No?
BB?
Do I look like a cleric?
I have my blade out. Like, do I have the time to like cut off his fucking hand?
I mean, Trombone might be.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, you can make the attempt. That would be a dexterity.
Oh god. Dexterity check.
Yep.
Oh boy. Um.
Dex off.
Oh god, but he's good at dex. I'm bad at it.
yeah, that's what happens.
Well,
Oh, God damn it.
This is true. Time to see.
19!
Pretty good, but it's not going to beat a 28.
God damn it!
I
So,
said shake, but I meant to say sheep.
yep. It's quick, silent. You're the only one that notices it by the time it happens. The hand just sticks up, waving at you for a moment, falls over, begins to melt almost
I'm gonna-
immediately.
Can I try to cast Speak with the Dead before it fully melts?
And could I try probing into its mind again before it
Like,
completely
if,
passes?
There's not much in the way of thoughts.
Yeah, I was hoping that maybe before the brain turned to goo,
Probably, haha, I
even
win.
more than brains are.
So, if you wish to attempt Speak with Dead, you may.
Okay, yeah, Pildegar's going to rush forward and, make the attempt.
Okay.
Can't use shape water to make them freeze, right?
Do you want me to post Speak with Dead?
I've read the spell description.
Okay.
Fun fact, it doesn't work on creatures without mouths.
Yep, I noticed that.
That's why I said we gotta shape it back into a face like Play-Doh.
Oh well.
It was worth trying.
It was.
Yeah.
What's bound to happen?
Was it, though?
We should have probably next time we're interrogating someone, shackle them.
I'm sure they would have found a way to escape that too.
Droutbone knows a zealot. He wouldn't have told you nothing.
Yes, all their mind was repeating was the north wind points home.
I
Hmm.
take it from a believer. It's hard to make a zealot talk.
Well, don't, not.
I'm going back to bed.
Droutbone will unlock the door for you.
And Vest kind of looks over at Clask.
She
still
is
has-
she is very
still-
visibly disturbed by what she just saw.
He still has detect thoughts up, so he's just gonna skim thoughts and
There is a flurry of very easily readable panic, wondering how is this going on in the city? How do we not know about it? Who could it be? Is it someone I know? Are they okay back there? Oh God, I'm here and they're there. Just rapidly rushing through catastrophic scenarios about how bad things could potentially be.
And since Vast doesn't know her that well, he will give a mental nudge to Jetta and go, Class Knight might need some support, that she's rocked by this.
Alright,
Droutbone. Droutbone will alert the authorities and dispose of the body.
do you need to, though?
Guild policy. Someone dies on my premises, they gotta know about it.
Yes, just.
And
I'm sorry, got such a bad reputation here.
you don't have to be involved. It can just be me and Troutbone. I have a pretty good cover. Northwind wanted to silence me, the changeling detector.
Indeed. You should go to bed, Mercy.
Oh, it's Nat, actually.
Is it?
Yeah, clocked me a couple days ago.
Droutbone knows. Droutbone don't care much. Just don't cause trouble. Don't bring trouble to Droutbone's door.
Don't intend to.
Yeah, we kind of brought it through the window, not the door this time. So.
Well, then you got Droutbone in a technicality.
Oh
Hey,
my God.
come here. Come on, class.
Yeah.
Wraps an arm around her.
All right.
You alright
Oh.
there, class?
No.
Yeah. I didn't think so.
Actually, let's go to the Outbench map.
Sorry, like those of us left behind, could we pick through there like the gear they had to like see if they had anything else on them besides the armor and weapons?
Just a pretty dark studded leather, a cloak, 3 more knives that you missed,
Jeez.
a vial of some kind of strange looking black liquid,
Oh.
I'll
a
take a look at
packet
that
of
with alchemy later.
caltrops, and let me see. Yeah. No other things besides the clothes on their rapidly melting back.
Oh wait. Are the clothes normal or are they
They just appear to be a dark studded leather.
alright. For a second I was like, oh, is that that special shit? What's this claw look like?
Yeah, much like it does. It has a very the Shredder vibe to it.
Ooh, okay.
The image up above is a pretty accurate depiction. It's a dark, stained, bronzy coloration. Has rows of spikes running up towards the elbow and 2 spikes sticking out from the back of the hand. It is not stealthy at all. It is very flashy looking. But it looks pretty hella sharp.
Alright.
It statistically would pretty much be exactly the same as the claw that you had.
Okay. It looks neat though.
How like late / early is it?
It's the witching hour, I'd say.
So you probably only got like a couple hours of sleep then.
Fun fact. As you guys go to sleep.
Can I do something real quick?
Sure.
Like before, like go to sleep, she's Hildegard's gonna sit, by the window, and look to the birds and say, "I still need one of you to go monitor the changelings where they are resting." She's gonna look over to Rog and say, "Would you like to do it this time?"
Nods and flutters out the window.
Mm-hmm.
Their usual humor gone.
Yeah. Gotta pet Laug and just, take him over to the post of the bed, and she's gonna curl up then.
Came because Mother worried.
Yes. Thank you.
They were safe. Reich went the other way.
Thank you. You both do such amazing jobs, but that is a load off our minds.
It's why Mother chose us.
That and you're both very adorable.
Back to. Fluffs
Well,
his feathers out.
scratch underneath the chin, and then she's got to just flop on the bed, just emotionally exhausted.
Makes that weird clicking sound ravens do.
Oh.
And just settles up on the bedpost. Not sleeping, keeping a watchful eye. All right, so you all sleep through the night to sunrise, making sure the window is pretty thoroughly locked.
No, we leave it wide open.
Yeah, open defiance, just like come and try again, bitch.
See, if it was her, Jetta would, but there's a child here.
God, we need to do that one night and just have the window trapped all hell and back.
Yeah, just put a glyph of warding right on the windowsill. That's some thorough shit right there. So, you all sleep and you wake up feeling strangely rejuvenated. Congrats, you didn't lose the long rest. In fact, you got it now.
Woo!
Yay!
Okay.
Oh,
Just wanted to
Okay.
scare you guys a little bit.
Thanks.
Yeah, so fun fact. I was straight up planning. It's like, oh, this rogue just keeps using reliable talent to dodge everything. Let's see him try a strength check.
Wow.
Because if Vask had not turned that man into a snail, I would have grabbed him with my jaws. Not with a grapple check, but with one of my spells.
Time to stuff you into a locker, nerd.
we technically did.
You
Filthy
did.
Dex main.
Just Garm's voice just going, "Get good," as he throws them into the locker. Okay, so yeah, you all wake up and feel the most rested you have in a very long time. Since that time you woke up in Ibrina, and you recognize it, it's that weird charged feeling of all like, I feel like I just slept for a week.
Huh. Flex the muscles. How'd you sleep, class?
You slept?
This isn't my first rodeo.
Actually, wait, I forgot. Sorry, retconning that. Clasp is gone.
Oh, what?
Yeah, there is a note.
God, what's the note say?
That's what you imagined she would have said when you woke up.
Yep. I'd forgotten that was my original plan. Yes, there is a note. It just says, had to go back to the Enclave to make sure they were okay. Don't know how much they know. Don't know how much danger we could be in. I'll meet you later.
Oh, shit, class. Oh, that reminds me. Goes to the other room.
Yep.
Hey, Vask, got him.
What is it?
We didn't
Fine,
wind up
Sliver.
splitting. We didn't wind up splitting up. I want my shit back.
Yeah, give me my ring.
Like,
Yeah,
give me that
sorry.
shit.
Just the chaps. The poly symbol, please.
Yep.
There
You
we
all
go.
exchange your inventory bits back. There's a couple minutes of just like, oh, right, what else was there?
This big
Yeah.
dramatic sequence. Then the next day, hey, can I have my shit back?
Yeah.
During the gift exchange, I see the pup is missing.
Yeah, she went back for the Enclave. I've got half a mind to go right over and check on her, but
She
I-
should handle herself just fine.
I mean,
She slept over
Oh.
here because of the curfew.
darn.
When Lau came back, he
Jeez.
said the Enclave was safe.
It's good, but I don't think that is anything she's ever seen before.
I believe that might have been the first time she saw someone die up close, or at least someone take their own life up close.
I was going to say that's probably half the reason she left. She needed time to She needs time to process it.
Yeah, but when you're in that mental state, you're not always on your game.
Yes, better that she do process that with family then, don't you think?
It is unfortunate we weren't able to escort her. I agree.
It's probably a good idea we didn't go in as a group.
I'm worried that if
That's
she
it.
made it back at all.
Do you want me to send a message?
I could just.
Actually, by this point, Raug would have actually seen Clasp.
She just went. Ilga just goes, I can just ask our watch, and she'll, send a little telepathic message asking if Clasp is, ducked in.
You get a mental image of the familiar young human girl. Pretty good at sneaking, but the Raven knew what to look for. Spotted
He's-
her go down into the bottom of the old blacksmithy.
He's the one with dark vision.
Yep.
Yeah,
Came like
Hildegard.
right before sunrise.
Yeah, Hildegard's gonna nod and say she ducked into the blacksmith.
Okay.
Telepathically, just to Hildegard goes, thank you. I wasn't actually going to use a spell slot to send a message across town. But
Just
Wow.
squint
Downward
at-
man.
just squint something. It's like, so you were going to lie?
No, I knew the bird was there.
So-
It's really, I'll handle it. Hildegard, handle it.
Exactly.
just continues to
that's the thing,
squint at him.
Well,
Hey, we're
And
planning
Vasquez
to
is like-
tackle a dungeon. It's best to conserve our resources.
She's not
Vasquez is just like,
angry. She's not angry, but it's
I
kind of
knew
like
I
the
could count on you to cover me.
she's not angry, but it's kind of like the audacity of this bitch.
I feel
See,
so
I want-
used.
I want to make a show of that I'm going to support you, but I know I don't gotta, you know?
Why waste the energy? I got someone else to do that
Oh,
for me.
God.
Like, I could explode someone's head with that energy later.
Leans back against the wall.
Well, I can't explode people's mind with the 3rd level slot, but I can cast Hunger of Hadar.
Yes, but no.
So we have some things to take care of before we clear out the pathway.
I'm going to gather what supplies I can.
Yeah, I would like to just swing by Westala's just to check up on her on the way to the Sapphire Citadel to see what they'll give us for, all that we donated, and just see if they'll finally compensate us for the Snallygaster. I might have to get Troutbone's help with that if they keep dragging us along, but also, Wick, I want to go talk to him.
I know
Alright.
this is dangerous to say, but in the interest of time, considering the curfew has prevented us from doing it before, perhaps splitting up is in our best interests.
I don't disagree.
The sooner
Okay.
we're
I'm
able to
just-
help, the better.
I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing.
You could always accompany me.
Alright. Fine with that. Maybe I'll say something that catches my eye.
Unlikely. We're not going to the market.
Oh, where are we going?
Out of character. You're going to church, boy or girl.
Fuck. You're gonna get there and she's just gonna stab you and leave.
I'm taking you to church.
Oh no.
Taking you
believe
to
you've done
youth. I'm taking you to youth group so you can confess for your sins.
Oh.
No.
Alright, I'll go with you.
I'll go with
I'm
Vaz.
going to be heading to the temple on the other side of town. There's something I need to see if they have.
Oh. Alright, I guess.
Oh, where did the bird see Wick? It was
He-
in the northern part of town, right?
He was at the playhouse he works at when he was left.
I'm gonna be
Rolled-
shocked.
Rolled down into the cellar.
I'm gonna be shocked if he leaves that house, honestly.
I live here now.
It's probably just
Kinda
like
does.
hold up.
I think I'll
It's
move
probably
into
just-
the cellar, wear a mask, sing to girls through mirrors.
I don't know.
He's all washed up and drunk. You see, I'm mourning the death of my old face. He was like a
You know what,
husband to me.
though?
A widower to myself. I should get myself a dowry.
Even manage my own estate. God, that's a terrifying thought now that I'm thinking about it. Changelings doing scams by pretending to die.
Well, you gotta make do in this world.
Hey,
That
some
seems
pro-
like something that absolutely happened later, like in the timeline during the fancy
Yeah.
ages.
or
Yeah, that's
happened,
pretty likely.
or probably happened before the right got all uppity because people were cautious, but they weren't quite this bad.
Yeah, not quite like burn people at the stake. It's just like You would be reasonably cautious of anybody who could be anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Either way.
To church.
So, are all of you heading downstairs, or what?
I'm gonna follow Vask.
Oh, right. The Reich's probably gonna be there waiting for. It's like, there was a fucking incident. You come with us.
Oh yeah.
Are we saying, Callie?
I was gonna go with Vask, but if there's something gonna happen downstairs,
Well, if you don't. It's quiet. You don't hear anything as you all like go down or anything. As you go down, Troutbone is there, just acting as though nothing happened, though he is polishing his teacup a little more fervently than before, and you could see a little vein pulsing on his bald head.
Oh.
So,
Yeah, it happened on his watch.
Yep, and you can see Naaman and Ikran are both there as well in the lobby, kind of talking to him about it. Turn over, goes, goodness. Apologies for sleeping through that incident. Shame we weren't able to help.
Oh, well, initially they did use magic to cancel out all the noise. So
That would explain it. Sounds like someone who was quite skilled. I've dealt with a few in my time.
Hello. I don't believe we've met.
As he's chewing on a crisp, just looks over at you and just goes, indeed not. Furbolgs, not very common around these parts. Naaman.
Gosh, imagine never hearing that before.
yeah, we picked her up in a Brana.
That would make sense. Well, Naaman, simple man of the road. This is my bodyguard. Just lifts up his fingers and just goes back to drinking.
Blue Dragonborn.
Imagine hearing that over and over again.
Turned it back on you.
Touche.
You say that like
massive
that
dick hole.
You say that like that wasn't her exact intention. Do I know he was an asshole to you, Garm?
Yeah, that's been shared.
mm-hmm.
Not that Garm was particularly bothered about it.
No,
Oh.
but
I had assumed
Rather-
your Pokedem to have an excuse to be a dick back to him.
Also, we do have telepathic bond up because Vask would have used that opportunity when we were talking before coming down.
oh, okay. What do you got?
Oh.
What kind of weapon do you carry?
Can't you see it? You can see that he's just got a one glaive position next to him on the counter.
Oh, my bad. My bad. Not bad. I prefer to use my hand.
Okay.
Vask pinches the bridge of his nose. And just telepathically, are you going to flex out the arm?
No.
You should, because it would drive him crazy.
He was already jealous of somebody having silver. I think he would blow a gasket if he saw someone with a silver hand.
We would see, like, it would be like that cartoon where we just hear the engine of his brain stall and smoke start coming out his ears.
Let's not give this man more reason to report us.
Yeah.
Because he might out of spite.
Yeah.
That's why Vask was frustrated, because it's like, it would be so funny, but also a bad idea.
Yeah. So Garv seeing you interact with him, just go telepathically. Having spoke to him previously, I wouldn't waste a drop of piss on him.
Jesus.
I kind of see.
Come on.
Yes. Well, also, I beat the shit out of the people like this in fight pits. So.
Yeah, but we're burning daylight.
Oh, it's another one of you. Haven't seen you yet either. Looking over at Vara.
what?
Oh, she was upstairs working last couple days.
Wizardly work. I know it well. Pulled quite a few all-nighters myself.
Yeah, they suck. I don't like
I think
them.
she's still getting used to the sleep schedule of not being at the college.
Yes, you have the look of someone who's tasting the world for the first time. Joyous times. Judging by the uniform, I'd say Hallow Hall.
Yeah, kind of.
Splendid. Now, I have my own business to attend to. Come along, Ekron. See, we want to make sure there's no ne'er-do-wells out in the alleyways at this point. See, might actually get to do something for a change. Just rises up, grabs the glaive, tosses a couple silver at the counter, and walks out after him. Y'all will. No more assassins, Dropbone says.
Okay, so it's just us and him.
Yep.
Not on my end, no.
Nope. So, how'd it go? Playing that.
Guards were reported to it. Remains were collected. Back into the keep. Standard fare. Seemed shocked by it. One of the oldest rules we got. You don't fuck around in the errantry.
They might not be a local.
Oh, that's just me. That's worldwide, son. It's one of the oldest things. This guild was founded on that principle. It's neutral ground. Bring bloodshed in here, and there will be consequences.
What
I
kind
don't
of
know.
consequences?
I don't know where changelings go when they die, but if they go where I hope they do, they're going to be used for target practice by Uthermarn's acolytes for the remainder
Okay,
of the
alright,
journey.
alright. Enough of that, please.
Well,
You're rightfully upset.
just for
but,
context, I don't know that afterlife. What's that afterlife like?
The basic gist of the history that you would know, being a long-time errant, is that the errantry was founded by the god of battle, Uthermarn, just centuries ago, primarily as a way to have warriors available on call for whatever situation required it, where a standing army was not an efficient option. It has the god of battle's protection, it has his sigil, and one of the biggest rules is that there is a place for rest from battle, and that's what the errantry is. You bring battle there, you will pay for it.
So Vask could get that he's not. It's not Trapbone wishing changelings go to hell. It's he's hoping that they do have an afterlife.
He's saying if they do, he knows where they're going, because that's where anybody else who tried that would go.
Yep.
Yeah, I know what he's saying, but the changeling afterlife has been kind of a sore spot for her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But it's no, look at it. All right. You're rightfully upset because we not. Fuck. She just heads out the door.
All right. As you step out the door, since you were the first one to go.
Oh shit.
You are immediately greeted by a, "Oh, good, you're here." Whoa! You look, and the voice changes for a moment. At first, you heard a woman's voice, but it changed into a very familiar one.
Oh boy.
You see a masked, very comical-looking juggler with pretty typical jester-like attire, looking up at you, and "You're not Vask. Heard you talking with him."
Look, looms down at him. Her. Who are you?
Did Garb follow after?
Yeah, you guys can go out if you want. I'm not stopping you.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's like, is it really not obvious at this point? The voice goes back to the familiar voice of Wick.
I know who he is. He doesn't know who I am.
Yeah, Garm
I
will
mean, he
come up
might,
behind. You have business with the Iron Tree.
I have business with you guys. I didn't want to come in case something got weird again. Everyone seemed a little tense. The guy at the bar looked like he was ready to break something.
Rough night. The others are inside.
What's your name?
At this exact moment, Lady Jubilee of the
Fine.
is it Lady Jubilee of the Counting House Mummers Guild.
All right, Jubilee. Maybe put some more fucking effort this time.
Fair enough. All right, I'm going inside. And just quickly shuffles in. It's like, I didn't think you could get more intimidating. It's amazing what an extra head and shoulders height would do.
I swear to God, Jubilee. I swear. I swear, Jubilee. You don't fucking move.
Right. So you recognize the face and costume Vask as it enters. It's another one of the more frequent day jobs. When there's no like active shows going on, they typically are just a little street performer that juggles and shit. Hi. So, things happened yesterday that I regret.
Vast kind of glances at Trombone, sighs, and doesn't look back at. Goes, yeah. And more things happened last night. Things are getting more complicated here.
Like what exactly?
The fact that we were woken up with a Northwind assassin standing at the foot of my bed.
Wow.
And they slit their own throat upstairs rather than, tell us anything of significance.
Oh boy. That's
That's why she's a little testy today, more so than usual.
Normally I'd make a joke that she just needs to get laid, but honestly, that's kind of what I came here to talk to you guys about.
I'm out.
It's actually what I came here to.
Bahar leaves the room.
Wow. So, this is actually what I came here to talk to you about is Jerome a couple of nights ago when I got caught.
Yes, go on.
I saw something that was kind of important and that I wanted to make sure you guys knew. But then things got a little crazy and I was, rattled. Justifiably rattled.
Did you have anything to do, or did you... Oh, no, you were a bird at that point.
Yes.
Anyways, continue.
Yes, a bird that wanted to eat dead bodies. It was...
I'm sorry, those are some of the more intelligent ones. Hildegard, I think, is the only one still in the room at this point with Vask, which just points at the bird. They are incredibly intelligent. I thought that would be helpful because we remember the squirrel ogre incident.
Oh, yes, we do. Looks over at Alaug and just gives a knowing a nod, like from one, I've been a raven too, I understand. Kind of.
Larg was holding Shepherd back and just kind of gives a squinty, essentially like a lightweight vibe.
Yep.
Newbie.
It's like lightweight.
Okay, so
Yes, continue.
first night I was down at the codpiece. I was planning on just crashing there. Jerome's done it 1,000 times. It wouldn't draw any attention. But I saw something. All right? Making sure nobody's listening, he says to himself as he's looking around. Troutbone is lost in polishing some invisible Lady Macbeth-esque stain on this teacup.
Don't mind him. He's... Well, I'm not going to say he's harmless, but he's okay.
I
He
don't
doesn't
think
look harmless, for sure.
he doesn't
So-
care, more importantly.
Yes. Your secrets are safe with his indifference.
That's such a powerful thing to say. Okay.
I wish I could. Advanced school admit I didn't make it up. I heard it somewhere. Anyways, continue.
All right. So, first night, I got a glimpse of the patrol routes, obviously, and I thought I was doing a good job sneaking around them, but I noticed something. Some members of the Reich were along for that first night's march. It was mostly Grey Pikes. Nothing abnormal, just a slightly boosted night watch. But the Reich, only a few of them, they never went out to any of the homes, never went out to any of the streets. You're never gonna guess where they went.
I don't leave us in suspense.
Oh, I really hope someone would guess.
Oh wait, the velvet worm.
Damn it! I didn't want you to
said
actually
something
get it.
was-
I didn't want
You
you to
said
get
something
it
about
right.
sexting, and okay. Anyways, continue.
Yes, they did. Thank you for that, I guess. I got a little caught up at the moment. Yes, they went into the Velvet Worm, and here's the thing. Never came out.
Oh,
Never. And I went back and looked again. I even asked a friend of mine who works there. They didn't know anything at all about any Reich that had gone in. They told me that I was seeing things.
I could go into the number of ways.
mm,
You think the proprietor is part of the North Wind?
Oh, God. Oh, I hope fucking not.
my initial thought was she murdered them and hid their bodies.
That's also on my mind.
Yeah, that was the first thing that came to my mind. Is that Cabral would have like come out in a fury.
Yeah. That is disturbing to note.
Okay, I thought that was important. It felt important. That's why I tried to make it over there as quickly as I could, but unfortunately, when I got close, I got cocky, and that's when the captain and that on patrol found me. I don't know what you're going to do with that information, and all frankness, I really would prefer you guys get out of town, especially if someone tried to kill you last night. But
Well, remember my
I'm-
reputation.
yeah,
Northwind.
yeah, I know. I know you guys aren't leaving. I know better than to hope for that.
Oh.
But I had to say something. And
Yeah, of course.
whatever you do with that information's your business.
Thank
Just
you
be
for
careful, please.
yes, thank you for sharing and risking yourself.
Well, you guys saved my life, so all of you. You could have potentially thrown your own lives away for a drunken waste of breath like me.
Well, it'd be worse if we didn't try at all.
I suppose you're right. So, why, I'm guessing, Jetta turned back into, I'm guessing that Furbolg's another face of hers.
Yes, you know the Mercy. She is now apparently a subordinate of looks to Hildegard with this look of like, I can't believe I'm about to say this. A subordinate of a Goonchfist,
Oh, damn.
and
That's a good
use
cover.
that. Okay,
Are you saying that aloud or
Okay.
telepathically? Do you mention Gooch Fist in the presence of Troutbone?
yeah, I do say that out loud, not thinking to make that connection because who would make that connection?
The teacup cracks.
Just a slow turn of what?
He just Troutbone is clumsy. Puts the cup down into a garbage receptacle and walks off into the back room.
Ooh. Okay, so clumsy is
Troutbone is
never
back.
the word I would use for him. So
Man, that
But
falling out
anyways.
must have been intense.
Mercy is in hiding, let's say, in the underbelly with Goonchfist.
Oh, well, they'll never find her then. He's a slippery one. Not even sure he's real.
He's real, all right. He crashed a fucking stream the other day.
Well,
We're gonna fucking run into Goochfist later, after we've all forgotten about him, and we're gonna.
Oh, we're never going to forget him.
God, I can't forget. Okay, no, I literally did forget.
Of course
Oh,
you
yeah, I can't say that.
of course he
That-
crashed a stream. He's a goonch.
Mercy, since you're the one who actually works for Goonchfist, you're gonna have to take a level of Warlock later. Patron Goonchfist.
No.
No.
No. No.
God.
What would you
Warlock
even?
subclass. The Gooch Fist.
It's all punching spells.
I need to make that.
If you can punch a catfish, you can punch anybody.
Anyways. So, you guys, you're planning on staying, so I'm assuming, based on what I know, that you're planning on helping the people out in the Enclave?
Someone tell you, or was that a guess?
Yes, a reasonable one.
I would suggest you probably get on the same page as them.
Yeah,
I haven't been back there in a while. Do you need to know where they are? I can show you.
no, Jetta's found it out.
Oh, wow. Motivated. Okay, that explains a couple of things.
Oh, actually, telepathically to Hildegard, did I mention clasp?
Just she does the mental like show because I don't know the relationship.
She met someone when she was escaping as Mercy. Some clasp met a Motley.
Oh, she's grown
I
up.
think.
I haven't seen her in
think-
years.
Did Jetta mention Motley?
Yes, Motley's name was
okay.
mentioned. I remember.
Okay.
Motley
Yeah,
and I go
apparently.
way back. I suppose I should go talking to them again. See if I can
Yeah,
figure
class-
something out.
Clasp saw Mercy on the run and recognized her and as changeling and offered her sanctuary. And we're actually planning to help them out.
See.
We have a
Well,
couple.
Sorry.
Just saying, we have a couple plans in motion to get everyone out.
Wow.
Which then makes the timing of the night Northwind attacking that night unnerving.
I
It
did
could just
overhear
be
the
coincidence.
conversation. It could be, yes. I've never heard of any kind of assassin presence here, and I know just about every changeling in town. Someone would be really good at keeping secrets to do that.
He says, "We're pulling a knife on Vask."
Oh no. I'll be completely honest. One of our theories is that the Northwind is a weapon that the Reich uses themselves. Just think about it. There was that Northwind changeling that attacked the Jarl, and then that gave the Reich the perfect excuse to cement their foothold here when they were just supposed to be here temporarily.
Yeah, ain't it real convenient that the authorities took away the remains of the changeling to the keep?
Wait a minute. We saw a skull drop after he incinerated it, but we just saw a changeling die into goop.
Well, no, I
we
established
correct
already that
yourself.
was an error.
Okay.
They did melt.
Okay.
And technically more like they just turned into ash. But yeah, it did melt. There weren't any bones.
Okay. I thought I had a thread there.
It's fine. We've already plumbed that thread.
I've connected the dots. There were no dots.
Okay, well. Be careful, please. If they know you're here and they know what you're about, this is the kind of city where you go to the wrong place, you can get attacked in broad daylight and no one will come to help.
Yes. In fact, that's something we were worried about was while we were giving chase to Mercy to help the guards, we something massacred a bunch of Grey Pikes in seconds.
Wow.
We
Oh,
were
I
only out
heard.
of
Yeah, I
we
saw. I was a bird at the time. That was where the urges came from.
Did
did
you
you
see?
see
Did you see
see it
anything
happen?
else?
Um, it was a rabbit, I think. But like, I could barely get a good look at it. It's like it was illusory almost. Like a mirage. Maybe it was just moving that fast, or maybe that was just what it wanted people to see. I don't know magic.
Darn did find traces of the rabbit, but we weren't sure what significance that was.
And there's been
Oh,
glamour creatures.
yes,
And,
the thing that attacked from the docks. And
Oh,
Right.
and also there was that Harrington that was flying and then disappeared near the docks.
Yep,
Eric.
there's also that. It
Aren't
was
those like those big flying deer?
yes,
Yeah,
it was flying up very high. It looked like it was spying or watching.
that had dove down.
Ooh.
A
That's what
terrifying
they said, right?
image just entered my mind
Uh,
with the mention of illusory rabbit. Displacer killer rabbit.
Oh God,
And clearly, this is just Harvey on a bender.
that's like a Fey anglerfish trick. That's fucked up.
Fanglerfish.
Anglerfish.
Sorry.
So, oh, now I feel a lot less safe working outdoors. But
That might-
I'm
So,
technically on the clock. Better go find a panda handle.
yeah. So I would definitely recommend checking in with Molly and
Oh,
safety in numbers, all that.
I definitely will, and I'll keep my ears open if I hear anything. Motley's, he and I have had a lot of disagreements over the years. He prefers keeping things overprotective, and because of that, I think he misses a lot more than he realizes. And I have a lot of ears out in this city. If I hear anything, I will let you know. I won't go poking anywhere unsafe. It's very clear that's not my calling.
no,
Thank you. And
it's not.
you're not here. Vasquez, thank you, and yes, be careful, please. I don't think
too.
I can pass off you turning into a bird around me twice.
Yeah, no, that would not work again. Barely worked the first time. So yes, you're the one who needs to be careful. All right? I have a feeling you are poking some very, very dangerous things that clearly don't want you here.
Hmm.
Yeah, we've had a few run-ins with the bear. We sure are poking at the bear here. A different kind of bear, but still.
That's just kind of chuckles and goes, "Oh, you don't even have a clue about the things that don't appreciate us." But
Yep. Indeed not.
anyways, you take care. Keep those ears open. Let us know.
Oh,
Should
you'll
be
know.
working out of here for a while.
Be safe, please. And they're pretty serious about that curfew. And I remember them talking to you before the escape happened. They were trying to recruit you to help.
Yes, that's another thing that I'm suspicious about. I think they were trying to recruit me, being a known changeling finder. And then that night, I get a visit from the North Winds, the people I made my fame off of discovering. So,
Yeah, that's a weird lineup, not gonna lie. But yeah, just you're not invincible. None of you are. Don't act like you
Vash
are.
kind of subconsciously reaches up to his shoulder where there's two spider fang punctures.
It's funny they say none of us are invincible, and I'm going I'm going somewhere to fix that problem.
Yep.
I can be
And I'm
invincible if
here
I
like,
want for a minute.
and I'm here like glaring at Wick from halfway across the city.
Yep. We'll cut and segue to that in a moment. So,
Yeah.
all right. Well, I'll head to the market square then. See if I can't hear anything or see anything. Reichman are poking around out in the streets now after that attack yesterday. The Grey Pikes are not liking that something just killed a bunch of them right in the middle of a chase, so don't tell them anything that you don't have to.
Of course.
All right. Well, hope I see you again.
So,
And little nod, and immediately the persona shifts back to a jolly, happy little court jester figure. Does a very dumbass, horrible laugh and just kind of saunters out and heads back out into the wilds of the city.
just imagining Arlene Sorkin.
Yeah, basically. All right. So,
So,
unless you guys have anything specific to say or do real quick, we'll cut over to the others.
Mostly,
Not
Var's
really.
just gonna peek around the corner and go, "Are you done talking about getting laid now?" Because she
Oh my
completely
God.
misconstrued what the hell you were talking about.
yes, but we'll catch you up.
I don't
You
want
like
to
the
be caught
details.
up.
And segue.
You can't escape. I'm in your head.
No.
Like, Jeddah, you sneeze while you're on the walk.
Ugh.
Allergies.
Oh, someone must be talking about me.
Yeah.
All right, so you two make pretty good simple tracks. You do pass pretty close to the area where the Moidas happened. Death by rabbit. And the area has largely been fenced off. Their guards are still looking around. Not too much. There's definitely an increased guard Grey Pike presence around this part of the city.
Do they give me any looks?
Seeing a furbolg does definitely draw some looks, for sure. But they could tell you were coming from the direction of the errantry, so they're willing to look the other way on that.
Alright.
Honestly, the looks are almost more like a curiosity than a, oh god, a threat.
Okay. What was that name of the other furbolg?
Which one?
The one you met? Is there multiple furbolgs that I don't know about?
It's been a while. I don't retain that kind of information.
It was like yesterday or the day before.
You didn't meet any furbolgs yesterday. The
The
druid was
one
not a
with the
furbolg.
shrine.
That wasn't a furbolg. That was just a really tall human.
Oh, I thought it was a furbolg.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my bad. Ignore that then. What are we doing at this temple farm?
We're going to see if they have a diamond on hand.
Whistle. That's gonna be expensive.
You
I
can't
hope
put
you
a
don't
price.
ask me to come along just for my money.
I asked you to come along to put you at ease, get you out of that building.
Garm, I'm not going to be ease. Not going to be at ease the entire time we're here. I'm not going to be at ease until everyone is gone.
I know. But you need to take a breath every now and then.
Do I?
Presumably, but I don't know how your anatomy works.
No, Garm, I don't need to breathe. I'm just gonna let that ride.
Yep. All right, so with that, you guys make your way over to a part of town you haven't quite been to yet. You walk past the dock district. It is very busy, very loud. One thing of
Oh.
note is that a few dock workers actually stop and nod and just whisper little utterances of thanks to Garm as he walks by.
Oh,
Seems they still remember the dock attack.
well, yeah, that was part of the reason.
Quite a few of them are actually referring to you stopping to heal a lot of the people who were injured.
Mm-hmm.
People referring to loved ones, families, even themselves in a couple of instances, saying that they'd remember. You even get one person who says they're going to name their firstborn after you.
I imagine at the time is like, my name is Garm. Maybe don't.
That provokes some thought there for a moment. And eventually you start passing by, and you can see off in the direction of the coastline the area of the town that very clearly was destroyed by coastal inland flooding, where it just suddenly takes on a much more marshy appearance, a lot of rubble scattered around everywhere. There's not been like much any effort into cleanup, but you can still see a few tents, a few people walking to and fro from the coastline, getting on and off of boats.
Is this
Yep.
like an older part of town, it seems like?
It looks pretty run down. Its age,
Yeah.
it looks very weathered, but it's hard to say for sure if it was older or newer.
Yeah. Because could just be a matter of upkeep or lack thereof.
Yep.
Yeah, breathe in that distinct brine marsh air, I suppose. Or I think the
Yeah.
lake is fresh water. Who knows?
All right, so you cross this bridge across the channel, getting another lovely little waft of sea air. You can see it's pretty murky, briny water, but there's the occasional fish. You see a stingray swimming through it at one point.
Oh. Huh.
It very quickly flaps away down to the murkier parts of the channel edge, but yeah.
Swamp rays.
Yep.
I never thought about those being a thing, but I guess that makes sense.
All I could imagine is now a swamp hag using that as a Roomba. And this is my familiar, Flapjack.
Floods
Oh.
your house by exactly 1 foot.
What's this diamond for?
Diamonds are special. They have a connection with death. Useful for resurrection magic.
Huh. Garm,
Hmm.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if that's gonna work on me.
Well, try not to die then, I guess.
I'm trying.
I think we've been around long enough each other that I'm not going to fight you on that.
Yeah. Like I said, death doesn't really hold appeal to me anymore.
I trust you to stay alive.
Thanks.
That's why we're here. To have a little insurance.
Yeah, mostly, we gotta make sure you don't die. Because if you die, then nobody can use this diamond.
Well, not sure about Hildegard. Don't know the extent of her power.
I don't know. She's been upset by her loss of clerical magic before.
I wasn't referring to her clerical ability.
I don't know. That reviving spell feels doesn't sound like something in her purview, but I'm not an expert.
Exactly. This crow mother of hers is a total unknown to me. I worry about her.
Yeah, I don't know how to feel about the Crow Mother.
Well, you ever been to a Midrock temple?
Nope. I don't remember the last temple I've been in, actually. Garm.
Hmm.
I don't doubt their existence or their power, but I'm not a huge god.
Hmm.
I know that might sound weird to you, someone so devout, but God doesn't shit all for my people.
I do not blame you.
All right. So as you approach the temple, you can see some faint staining of the rising water line in the distant past around the bottom of it, but the building is still surprisingly intact compared to the largely not in great shape building surrounding it.
Sturdier make, or
It's made of stone, and by all accounts, it looks like it should have sunk into the mud this close to the coastline by now. But it's still standing.
Magic, you
yeah,
think?
even on the map, the area around the temple is a little more green than brown.
Yep.
Well, it's a
Go on
blessed
then.
place.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So you take a short, brisk walk up just a few steps. It's not particularly grandiose. It's bigger than the temples back in Windsurrey where you grew up, but you were aware of much bigger temples in the bigger cities than this one.
Mm-hmm.
You do see on the outside perimeter two statues that are not wind doors, one of which is quite familiar to you. You see a statue of Gortog underneath what appears to be much more humble coverings.
Mm-hmm.
The other one is facing the other way, a little hard to get a direct look at, facing towards the lake.
Would he be aware of Lotus? Is that how I pronounce it?
Yep. You can roll a religion check.
Oh, yes. It's been a while since I've been able to do that, or had reason to, anyways.
Innate. Like you're aware that you're aware that there is a god of fishermen, a goddess of fishermen. You just assume that's it. Never something you've paid that much mind to.
Yeah, makes total sense for him.
With the recent Lord thing, I wonder if Jidda's even ever heard of that goddess.
Not too much reason to go into temples.
Yeah. What was her name again? Lotus.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't think. Yeah, I don't think Jidda even knows who that is.
Yeah,
Yep.
and to be fair, your little lore block says she's like the youngest of the gods.
Yeah, she wasn't around for particularly long. It was really just right as humankind began building ships and experimenting with sailing out beyond the shoreline. But entering
Yeah.
inside, unless you stop at the statue of Gortog, of course.
Yeah, I'll stop there. And you said it's a bit more of a humbler depiction.
Yes. It is made of carved wood that is still in surprisingly good shape, but you see I will simply copy and
Yeah.
paste the picture into chat for folks.
Whew.
Still looks pretty well off. It's very well carved wood. It looks like it should have been covered in moss and a little bit like wet rotted by now, but it still looks pretty great.
Ooh.
That's a cool ass statue.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You are hitting it out of the park with these god statues, by the way.
I have had so much fun doing them.
They're very
And that
rude.
was
Good.
that was part of my motivation to actually come to the temple. It's like learning is like, oh, that's where I can pick up a diamond. I want to kind of pray, see what a temple is like, and also an excuse to show off the statues.
So you see it's like, I don't think, no, you're the only one who said visions of Gortog clearly besides that one quick moment. No, never mind. Yeah, all of you actually got a quick glimpse of Gortog when Garm first changed back in Ibrana.
Hmm.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
Jill, you see it's a good likeness of that shadowy figure you saw. A very
very
tall, antlered figure with wild hair, beast-like feet, clawed hands, holding a massive bow. This particular statue, what you saw was holding a spear, but you imagine the weapon varies.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We should find you a good bow gunner.
I was trained with one, but never had enough bite for me.
Yeah, but you can't always get up in something's face. Like I can just chuck things, so I'm fine.
I know. That's why I'm somewhat thankful that this new lens on life has given me new abilities.
So that's fair.
All right. You enter inside.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or do you do anything in front of the Gortok statue first?
He'll make a small, typical gesture of benediction.
All right. No any outstanding or spectacular feelings come, but you do internally feel a little sense of, my dad would be so proud of me.
Yeah, he's doing it less out of a sense of reciprocation and more, well, I just got to do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's
So-
muscle memory at this point.
Yep. So entering inside, it's not massive. There's no Gregorian choir chanting or burning candles everywhere. It's actually pretty musty,
Yeah.
kind of dim in terms of its lighting, but you can see along all the walls near pretty open windows are several statues.
He'll point at one. That would be Uthermarn,
Yep.
the one who protects the Iron Tree.
Huh. I'll go take a closer look at it.
All right. You see, link in this. It actually lets me. Come on, you know what you're doing. Either way. Yep, for some reason it's not letting it post, but that's okay.
Ooh.
You see a... Oh, no, it did. It uploaded twice. I scrolled up a little bit. All right. There we go. So you see a large figure appearing to be carved in bronze, wearing pretty humble-looking armor, carrying a spear and a shield with a more monstrous version of his own face adorned on the side.
Oh dang.
And you see a mane of just gilded metal hair that appears to be the color of an open flame, and a massive beard and a very bright, joyous smile.
Looks up at it, whistles.
I heard in some of the bigger cities, statues of are actually on fire.
Huh.
Never seen them myself.
It's true, actually. At least in a couple of places. You turn around, and there is one pretty humbly dressed, like burlap gray, like brown rags, basically, clergyman approaching you. It's rare that we get visitors these days.
My companion here had some business.
Errant work, then. Oh, I see. Takes a look at he immediately clocks the holy symbol. I assume you've already been to the statue outside.
I
Noble work you do, noble. We don't have a lot of night stalkers in these parts.
Shame then. Reefland is a fine hunting ground.
Yes, but a very exhausting one. Either way.
Truck full of aberrations.
Indeed.
And lately, Faye.
I'd heard a little bit about that. So, I'm assuming there is a purpose to your visit beyond sightseeing, then.
Well, 2 reasons. It's been some time since I last prayed. I wanted some measure of comfort before embarking on a new contract. Hence the second reason. I'm curious if you have any diamonds on hand.
Ah, dangerous work, then. Well,
Would you work not Malleys these days?
that depends on what you do. There's plenty of errant work to look for missing pets. But if you're going after
then you get jumped by a snallygaster.
Yes, I'd heard a little bit about that. Well, fortunately for you, I do happen to have some.
Thank you.
All right, hold on one moment. And steps back. You can follow, it's fine.
What gods do you venerate here all together?
Let me see. Forgot my own number. 1, 2. This exact moment, there are 5 statues inside, but there are 6 daises, one of which you can only just vaguely see little bits of feet.
Oh.
Very clearly defaced and broken.
Hey, what's up with that?
Oh. Well, not used to hearing people who don't know it, but I suppose it's not a legend your people know much about. I welcome you and thank you for your curiosity on the subject. It's not everyone who actually wants to learn of the fates of other races.
I've been traveling with some mostly humans.
Indeed. That... we don't speak their name anymore. By edict.
Huh.
At least not within these grounds.
Yeah, Garb will look to Jeddah. Remember the Yorok?
Oh, yeah.
They're the result of a divine curse. That's the god responsible.
Ah. Real asshole, then.
So the story goes, it was hundreds of years ago. The other gods chose to exile him into the Skeen. Then they shortly decided to follow after him. I guess they realized that much power was too dangerous to just run loose among mortals.
Present company excluded.
Indeed. Well, he goes in and starts looking through a few little various drawers and odds and ends. I know he had some around.
So that's Mr. Marn.
Yes, keep talking while I search, by all means. I'm happy to
Let's
answer
see.
any questions.
So they actually do have statues on fire.
Yes, if you go down to the larger cities. The one in Golmada is particularly impressive.
Ah.
If you head to Esgriel. Only been there once, but it was gilded and somehow on fire at the same time. Of course, it was that depiction of him is holding hands with his admittedly rather humorously, curmudgeonly looking wife. Some think that's the reason why. And in
Alright.
case you're wondering, because I know you are, points over at another statue made of much darker metal. That Oathbound, the Forge Mother. Goddess of invention.
Oh. That's a big domain.
Aye. And he is right about the curmudgeonly thing. Though I once heard in jest that Gortog and her get along fabulously by not interacting at all.
Indeed. They were both known for their rather antisocial tendencies. They preferred to work within their realm and nothing else.
Then why are they married?
That's actually a very humorous story. I'm surprised you haven't at least heard one of the little tidbits of it. Well, Uthermon fancied her quite a bit. Not just for her skill in creating arms and armaments, but also just found her beautiful, I suppose. He offered his aid in any way he could to her, and she sent him on a series of fantastical errands that seem like the stuff of myths and legends nowadays, but she really was just asking him to find exotic materials for her to craft with.
The roots of a mountain, that kind of thing.
Yep, the exact. Sorts of things that don't sound like they don't make any sense. But somehow he did it, kept doing it. And one thing led to another. Who can understand love?
Oh, that right, I guess? At least he wasn't, like, creepy about it.
Oh, no. He was a god of battle. He simply saw the battle to win her heart as something worth pursuing. I guess she reciprocated.
Well, good for him.
Yes, if you venture northwest of here ways, you'll run into a city that their children built. Though I imagine it's nothing more than ruins now.
Giants?
We have heard about a ruins belonging to giants.
Yes, city they attempted to build. I imagine it's largely sunk into the mire by now, but you could still find it if you go looking.
Maybe we will one day.
I have not seen it myself, but those who I've spoken to have say it is quite awe-inspiring.
Out of character, it does make a lot of sense that one of the bigger Uthermarn statues would be in Golmada, because I think you said before the errantry was founded in Golmada.
Yep.
Yeah, that makes sense. Who do you worship?
Oh, I wouldn't really say I worship any of them. Just they're gods, but what kind of being worth following demands absolute fealty?
Oh.
Insecure gods.
Yeah, you know what? Insecure gods.
You put it to words. Anything worth admiration and capable of wielding that level of domain need not be concerned with anything else. I guess you could say I'm less of a worshipper and more of a fan. Enough to keep this place from totally collapsing in on itself.
Speaking of which, I couldn't help but notice how good it looks on the outside. Like, looks nicer than the things around it.
Combination of very hard work and, I like to imagine, divine favor. But I can't
Well-
prove that.
Yeah, Garb will lightly nudge Jet or Nat. Keep in mind, not all who believe in the Midrog are as dedicated as I am. I come from a very particular sect. The
Yeah,
average
yeah.
Midrog believer acknowledges all of the gods when appropriate.
Let's see. That's 3 spaces. What about the rest of them here?
Well, glad you asked. So, he points over to very, very excited to get to do this. Clearly doesn't happen very often.
How pretty perfect that it's a face of a furbolg doing it.
Yeah, though there's some cultural context there that because you're not an actual furbolg, you're not aware of.
Yeah.
So, good fact that most of these gods were born when the furbolg were trying to kill humankind. Anyway,
No, it's
That's
fine.
neither
It's
here nor
fine.
there. I wasn't there trying
so
to kill
after
you.
that, yep, my grandfather was. So, you see a rather heavy depiction of a heavy-set woman with very long hair, garland of leaves running through it, holding a sickle and a goblet. Weirdly enough, at the base of the dais, there is fresh, actual grass growing.
Oh.
That is Hitheva, Mother of the Harvest. She helped us get started with farming, given that our ancestors largely just hunted and gathered in the olden times. It was greatly beneficial. Helped us secure food when we might have starved.
Well, I suppose that's a valuable thing for a god to teach.
Indeed. Those are the oldest of them. A few more came later, after this temple was built. They're viewed with a little less devotion, but their importance is still there all the same. Like this one in particular depicts a statue that appears to be carved of contrasting colors of stone. As soon as it appears,
Yeah.
you got this. There we go. You see a tall figure, wind-garbed in very pale and very dark stone that seem to intermingle perfectly without any seams or breaks. Their
Whistles.
face is somewhat obscured, and in one hand they hold a goblet, and the other a skull, which has eyes that are glowing a very dull blue light.
Oh, damn. Whistles. Well, that's something.
Yes, it's a word that's often used to describe old Astra. The Grey Merchant has never been much for flashiness, it makes the moments that they chose it all the more inspiring. Believe it or not, a god of trade.
Huh.
Known for being a bit of a contrarian, apparently.
Oh, all right.
Oh god, since devils aren't really like widely known in this setting, I imagine instead of the devil's advocate, it'd be his advocate.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alastair's advocate.
What's the statue made of? That's some fascinating
They're-
craft.
Well, that's the thing. Once you finish inscribing their likeness, you can carve it from any stone or wood. It tends to take on an appearance all its own. I cannot take credit for any of these, nor can most of them. We carved the initial effigies and erected them. Then they just took on a life of their own as folk came in to pay their respects. And the funny thing is that if you break it off, attempt to defile it or break off a piece, it just turns back into the same worthless stone it was.
Does the part that was taken regrow?
Sometimes it does, actually. Not every. Depends on the willingness of the people to continue believing, I guess. Casting a glance over to the broken pedestal.
What about that last one?
That one is one of the newer ones here, besides the wooden one of Lodis outside.
Who?
Lodis, goddess of fishermen, navigators, sailors. She wasn't
Ah.
around for particularly long before the folly.
What's her deal? Besides, is that it? The god of fishers?
Fishers and navigators. You might be surprised, but back in the day in the Yorox lands, there's once a thriving human kingdom. The greatest one we've ever had. They were beginning to learn how to build great ships that could do more than just fish. They could sail. They could travel great distances. We were planning on seeing what lay beyond the horizons. But things fell apart.
As they often do.
Indeed. Now, the last of them, this one's definitely a bit more ostentatious than some of the others. It's one of the few that's actually depicted in a dynamic pose. You see. All right, load for me. You got this. You see a figure wearing a gilded mask with one horn coming out of the center of it and a somewhat inexplicable, almost tortured looking face. They're carrying a torch, rather fancy gilded looking one, and a panpipe in the other hand. Wearing a jester-like garb that's very flowing and very regal, a jeweled belt, and in front of them is a fire. Yet in spite of all of that, there's a strange purple glow coming off of it in some places. That is Panon,
Panon.
a god of tricksters. Chaos,
Oh.
some would even say.
Walk
Also
up to
known
it.
as a god of inspiration of sorts. Many artists attribute their likeness to it.
Crosses her arms, looks up at it. Panon.
Is the outfit similar to what Jubilee was wearing?
Yes, very, very similar.
Yeah, that's
The
why
mask is a dead ringer.
the face looks almost pained.
Yeah, well, creation requires pain. That's what they say, anyway.
I think I met somebody who wore an outfit similar to this.
Oh, I'm sure you've seen countless mummers across your life moving about wearing garb like this. It's
Mummers?
performers, jugglers.
Ah.
They tend to wear a likeness similar. Old legend, superstition, really. It said that anyone wearing this mask could actually be Panon in disguise, lurking among. In all frankness, if you don't pay an artist well, you won't like what happens.
Good to know.
I think at least in the very far future, this world is safe from the evil of AI art because Panon will get their ass.
Oh yeah, no, that won't happen at all.
Does she feel anything looking at this guy?
I mean, there's a part of you just intrinsically that knowing that this is something of a trickster, something chaotic, a little bit disruptive and masked. Yeah, there's just a little part deep in the soul that's just all like, wow. It's like, you sound the least awful.
Yeah. How do who worships Pandem besides performers?
Performers, any artist looking to come in and seek a little creation, anyone pursuing a craft has no real intended purpose beyond just passion and enjoyment itself. Unlike Odwak, who much more valued function.
How do you pray to Pandem?
You make something that's worth a damn and you give a damn doing it.
Huh.
Doesn't matter what it is. Music, art, dance. Or just, well, for lack of a better word, sticking it to the man.
Yeah, she chuckles. Oh, I can relate to that one.
Interesting. Panon has his devotees, though quite a few don't enjoy him either. See him as difficult, a little bit chaotic. But he understood one very crucial truth. When you try to push down the things that make us human, it never works.
This isn't all.
There's a time and a place for them, too.
I imagine he's quite popular with the underdog.
Oh, yes. Many a story exists of that. Of him challenging the other gods to expand their worldview on things, I suppose is a good way to word it. Some took to it better than others.
I see.
Sometimes outlaws like to style themselves as champions of Panon.
Yes, and many outlaws wear the guise too. It's not that unusual for them to wear masks.
Yeah, imagine you're on the road and you get mugged by a clown.
How do you feel about those shape-shifting folks?
You mean changelings?
Yeah.
Well,
She's not looking at those two. She's kind of just like staring at the Panon.
well, I've never asked one. I don't know. From what I know, which isn't much, I'd imagine underdogs would like to have someone who actually understands what they're going through.
I could imagine so.
I mean, especially given the whole having to wear a mask your whole life to keep yourself safe. Many of us do that, but some much more literally than others.
Can I insight that?
If you wish.
I do. I want to. Is it like, understanding in a very specific way, or is it just a general like, oh, I get it?
Feel free to find out. 21. He's
Hey,
not.
It's a reverse 12.
It is. He's not flagging you or
Okay.
anything. It's just he's honestly considering a very odd question. This dude seems pretty open-minded.
Okay. That's good. Thank you.
Of course. And I have not forgotten. I happen to have a few. I don't have any, particularly super powerful diamonds that would work for it. Small, simple enchantments. If you need to roll a quick revivification,
Aye.
that'll do. Is that what you're looking for?
Mm-hmm.
All right, then. Well, allow me a moment to carve the rune, then.
Gotta look to Jeddah. I didn't mean to bring you along for your money, but it would also be really helpful.
Are you serious?
Sad puppy eyes.
How much is a diamond?
For our purposes, 300 gold.
Oh fuck, Arm.
I
I can cover half of it.
I will say
Garm,
Vask would be able to cover a good chunk.
you're not here.
Vask is telepathically he is. You can ask him. You can ask the
God.
group what our money situation is like. Vask has been
No.
being paid for all the Fellspawn.
Garm, Garm, what would you do if I did not have any money left on me?
Then I would have known at least that he has them in stock.
And
Before we robbed them.
What better cause is there than the preservation of life?
You can put a price on life. It's 300 gold at minimum.
Wow.
Should put that on a sign outside.
Dying? Imagine being that poor.
It's definitely a response from like a cleric of the money guy.
There is a price on life.
The merchant.
Yes.
There you go.
They've paywalled Resurrection?
Oh my god!
Always has been.
Oh fuck!
Well, that's healthcare for you.
It is. Fuck. Garm, how much money do you have?
150.
Exactly?
150 gold.
Garm, what the? She just looks at you like exasperated. Fine, alright. She goes into her stuff and pulls out 150 gold. Here.
Nice.
Fucking.
You seem much more torn about this than I am.
Yeah, I like having money. It's kind of useful.
I also
You want-
like living.
Do you want me to tell you stories about Olastra then?
Sure?
Well, he was known for. It just starts going on as he's carving the rune into the diamond. All right. It is a very small little diamond. It's actually very impressive that he's managed to carve a very legible rune into the top. Should you
Like
have a companion bleeding out, you plant it down on the chest, touch it to the tip of any kind of high object, a finger, a sharp knife, say the incantation, and it should do the trick.
I remember correctly. If you said the being able to look through a diamond has special properties, right?
It does, yes. It allows you to look into the underworld without going mad.
Oh.
Yeah.
With larger diamonds, you wear them over your eye when you
Diamond
perform the
lenses.
incantations. Yep. With this small one, though, it would not do any good in that regard. It's meant for a very quick, oh shit, pull them back kind of thing.
Yeah. Nonetheless, he's going to hand it to Jeddah.
What?
Take a quick peek.
Quince.
What? It's really
diamond.
small.
Yeah, Squints looks down. It's the dive. Like, what? All right. She'll take a look.
I'm afraid it doesn't work particularly well to the untrained. You typically need clerical magic to be able to perform the feats. If you look through it, you're just going to see the world through a slightly distorted, glassy way.
You know this. I got,
Right.
got nothing, Garm.
Right. Forgot about that. Grew up in a church.
Hands it back.
You'll take that back.
Got it well. Got it very well. It might just save your life.
Aye. Thank you. We never caught your name.
Father Logan.
Logan.
Oh.
I am
Oh,
gone.
thanks.
Well met, Garm. It's a rare pleasure to speak to one who follows the Starstalker.
Aye.
Thank you for sharing what you know.
Oh, by all means, it's what I'm here for.
Eh, don't know much about human gods, so.
Hell, I don't know much about Furbolg ones. Maybe I'll be down in the Southlands one day and run into them, and I'll ask them. Might just save my life.
And my.
It's good to keep an open mind.
As they taught us.
Thank you for the lessons.
My pleasure.
There's before we
You're far more pleasant guests than the Reichman who were here the other day.
what were they here
Right,
for?
we're here.
Ah, yes. Oh, you know, paying respects and inquiring about constructing a statue of Ionar. He even told me that I already had a base for it, looking over at the defaced one.
I don't imagine you took very kindly to that.
Ionar has yet to prove himself enough to really warrant a place of worship here. Besides, he's got plenty of worshippers in the south.
Not to mention, fallen though that god is, disrespecting them still is a hazard.
Enough harm has been done there, yes. But the thing is that faith is not meant to be blind. It is not meant to be zealous. Faith is simply an appreciation of the good that can be done. They wielded power, yes, but they did not wish to be treated as exemplars of anything beyond just what doing a job well looks like.
Huh.
At least, that's true of the ones here. I can't speak for many others.
Thank
heard
you.
that. I've never heard that angle before.
Well, you'll hear it in any Meadrock temple there. In spite of what folk of other races might think, especially given the recent turn of events towards zealotry many religious folk are having, it's not how things were meant to be. Zealotry is one of the greatest dangers ever made.
I agree with you there.
Well, I wish you safe travels. I hope that diamond helps, though I hope even more that you never have to use it.
I
Thank you for your time.
Thank you for yours.
You're welcome.
gonna step outside.
What were glance to Pannon as we go?
So, how was that?
What? How's what?
The temple.
No, it was nicer than I expected. That Father Logan might be the least. The oh god, what's the word? Fuck. Oh god damn it, Rain. He might be the most. Oh my god,
Agreeable.
not quite. No, he might be
Open-minded.
the most. He might be the most tolerable holy man I've ever met.
I would also constitute a holy man.
You heard me.
I was hoping for that.
Yeah, no, look, shut up. You heard me.
Ooh. Ow.
He
Jeez,
who,
ouch!
just he who, sad pupper.
Don't bully.
Okay. Garb can see the corner of her mouth turn up a little.
You're having a jest.
Yes, Garb. I'm merely teasing you.
Well, every smile from you is a treasure.
But what? What the fuck does that mean?
Aw.
He's not going to answer.
Oh, fuck
Just
you!
just walking away.
Mentally, though. To Vask. So I've asked, where did how was Wick?
Pretty good. They were explaining why they were trying to find us as Jerome in the first place a few nights ago. Something I'd probably want to tell you in person, but maybe afterward, once we meet up again.
All right. Okay,
Um,
I actually got to keep an eye out for Rick as we go.
Yep.
Where's the next Storm?
Rendezvous with the others. I assume they're at the Citadel.
Maybe, probably.
Yeah, you guys would have headed there by now.
yeah, because I was just gonna swing by the Enchanter because this is a gatehouse, right?
Yeah, you can head up that way.
Okay. Yeah, pass through, check in with Stala, just see how she's doing. And then
Yep.
to the
So
Citadel.
that's all three of you heading that way.
Vaskvar and Hildegard.
Just confirm. I want to make sure where everybody is.
Guess there's no reason not to.
Yep. All right, cool. All right, taking your step up northwards towards the higher ground of the city, you see some of the fancier homes passing through it the other way, and eventually you
Passing by
arrive.
one of them,
Mhm.
Vask actually points at one of them and goes, couple of years back, me and Wick actually broke into that one for a job. just idle chatter.
All good. All right, so you arrive at the Enchanters. Still looks about the same as last time. You can see some smoke coming up from one of the stovepipes. And you enter within, and much like last time, there's no one immediately at the counter, but you can hear the sounds of various, what you can only assume is arcane machinery going on behind the scenes.
Is there like a little bell
Yeah, there is.
ding?
Just a minute, you hear distantly. You right with you? Just got to finish it. Oh, shit. And there is one moment where you hear, shit, get down. Wait, no, never mind. Wow, that actually worked out really well. And
Glance at the other two, like,
say,
sorry
sorry.
for.
It's like, oh no, don't. You might have just caused it. Oh, and walking back out. Vask, yes, hello. I'm not done yet.
Oh
But
no. I wasn't expecting it to be done so soon. I was just checking in.
that's fair enough. It's going well actually. I've skipped a night of sleep or two in the process, but this has been a fascinating challenge, and so far I've been rising to meet it. Counted a few surprises along the way that I wasn't expecting. But good surprises.
Excellent.
I have actually made very good time. I can imagine being done with this. I mean, I initially thought it might take 10 days, but I honestly think I could get it done in another 3, 4 max at the rate I'm going. Assuming I don't collapse.
Yes, please do take care of yourself. Don't push yourself too hard for it. I'm
Oh,
willing to wait.
I appreciate it, but I'm also actually really enjoying this. This is much more complex than I'm used to working on. It's been nice to challenge myself.
Excellent.
Is there anything else you need? Don't.
No, we were just passing by on our way to the Citadel and just wanted to swing by.
Oh, of course, of course. Is there anything either of you might need for the future? Looking at friends of Vask.
Just blinks his, I wouldn't know where to start.
All right, that's totally fine.
Don't tell Garm yet, but I have something being made for him as well.
Oh, I haven't talked to my father about that too much. I did
Oh.
hand it off to him and run it by him, but
Okay. Like I said, no
I-
rush.
thank you. All right. Well, if you don't mind, I'm actually kind of excited to get back to it.
Oh, of course. Be careful. Don't hurt yourself now.
Oh, of course, of course. I will be fine.
With that, we'll leave her to her work.
All right. Let me see. Oh, you don't mind if things are a little over the top, do you?
Kind of pauses, glances down at his outfit, and goes, no.
You're gonna like what I've got. I think you're gonna like it a lot.
I'm sure I will. You're just amping me up.
And she ventures back behind, and you pretty much immediately hear a very animated self-conversation of just, it's like, wow. It's like, I don't know how I did that, but that really worked.
Oh, honey. Later down the line, you're gonna be wishing, damn, I wish I wrote down the notes. How I did it.
Fucking fugue state.
How'd I fucking do it?
And then cross the street to the Citadel.
All right. Stepping into there, once again greeted by Yorok in blue robes. His greetings. Ah, yes. Vaskin the Unbowed, the slayers of the strange harbor beast. We were discussing that a couple of days ago, and you never returned. Good to see you.
Yes, it was the whole incident up at the keep. We were summoned there. The whole town was, but
Indeed. Well, you'll be happy to know that we have finished our examination of the creature. Fascinating though it was. It is indeed glamoured, and it is indeed, well, strangely enough, does not appear to be the result of accidental wild magic. It's too structured, so to speak. There's
it
too much
was
order
designed
within the
then.
chaos. It appears so. Which is something that does not happen often. Beings of glamour are rare. Ones that reach an age enough to do such a thing, or even more so, especially in this region when there are so many fellspawn trying to eat everything. They are not off the menu.
Hmm. They're just to Hildegard. You should tell them about what you witnessed yesterday as well, flying around.
Oh, I did see through my familiars a Periton hovering over the town.
Interesting. This isn't their native range at all.
No,
I've not heard of anyone ever being able to wield one of those things for... They're untamable from what I understand. Vicious creatures.
don't think it was tamed so much as possibly summoned into existence.
Never heard of that ability either. Curious. Well, I don't doubt your ability to have seen it. That is indeed a fascinating thing.
Says to the blind woman.
You're clearly not lying. Now, was there anything else I might help you with?
Yes, sorry, I had a sudden sneezing fit. I'm still recovering. Whew. It was one of those ones where no, I'm all like watery eyed. Anyways, sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I imagine if Vast sneezes as Sean, his light flashes on and off.
It's a
Oh,
flashbang.
God. His tattoos just strobe different colors with it. But Vasquez, yes, actually, I also dropped off quite a few unique Fellspawn samples that were being assessed. And if there weren't any that were of interest to the Citadel, I was going to take those back to the entry for the bounty.
I see. Well,
Not to seem too cutthroat of a mercenary.
no. By all means, we understand. Well, most of what you showed was indeed interesting, but not quite interesting enough for unique collection and preservation at this point. The larvae you brought in were of immense use. We will be getting quite a bit out of those.
Oh, those were the freshest Fellspawn I've ever encountered personally in my career.
Yes, you did well to
Quite
collect
literally
them.
newborn.
You did quite well. Now,
There was a moment we were afraid the meteor was going to strike our camp.
I don't doubt it. It's rare to see Fellstone falling that close. You were fortunate. Fortunate more still that you were able to fend them off. But, either way, I'm afraid there's not much use we'll gain out of them. I assume the errantry bounty is what you would prefer. And as for the glamoured creature, that has been taken out of our hands.
Fuck.
By whom?
The Jarl showed great interest in it, actually. They're seeking to reward with a bounty those who collected it personally.
Well, fuck.
No. Suppose we should go speak with them.
Yes, I apologize. We literally... Well, we have it here. We're still studying it, but the
Yes.
Jarl has claimed the fiscal element of the reward for preventing further damage to the Dock District.
Of course.
You slayed a powerful creature. You should be very proud of that.
Also, don't want to cause an alarm, but speaking of glamour creatures, I should have mentioned this prior. Don't know if you've heard, but there was a slaughter of gray pikes yesterday. We
Oh,
have reason to believe it was related to a glamour creature as well.
other in the city. My. That is certainly an alarming thought. So,
Uh,
where in town did it occur? Surprising they haven't
In-
sought us out for expertise.
describe where it happened and goes. Witnesses reported seeing a rabbit in the area, and we did find our tracker did find evidence of a rabbit in the area, which not many rabbits in the city unless they're pets.
Indeed.
We actually found a street person who witnessed it firsthand. Said that it seemed to be a blur, almost as if it was illusion.
And it was right around the same time we witnessed the Parrington.
That is indeed a strange alignment. I'll tell you what. We will look into this, and in the event of it, we will contact you. We have Arcanists capable of sending messages through magic.
Okay.
If I find anything in our records about such a creature, I will let you know.
Excellent. Thank you.
That's a strange description. Is there anything else we might help you with?
Look at the other two.
On Skatha?
No, didn't that come through?
No, it
No.
did not the first time. Did the second, though.
I should just go. Nope.
Hildegard's going to say, you said the Jarl took up the physical remains.
Oh, no,
Does-
we have the physical remains, is what I
sorry.
meant. I must have misspoken. The Jarl has simply taken up the fiscal responsibility of rewarding.
Oh, apologies. I was wondering, we still going to get some of those parts back if we want any?
What do you have in mind?
Sounded silly at the time, but I did kind of want its heart.
We are actually making commissions with the with Stala nearby, the enchanter, so perhaps something of use could be applied towards such as that.
Colorful. Though I will caution, working with glamored material can be tricky. The results are often not what you would expect them to be. I will discuss with superiors if that is an adequate reward for things, if we have any actual use for it. Not sure what you would want with it, but, well, you've all done a lot of good and you've brought some rather curious information to our door. Those larvae are quite helpful, so I'll see what I can do. I'll be back in a moment. And steps back into a more shadowy closed door part of the archive.
So we gotta gather up the bits and bring them back to Troutbone eventually. Oh, but I will in the link go, hey, Nat, Garm, turns out we have to collect our reward for the Snallygaster from the Jarl himself. He wants to thank us personally.
The
Too bad I wasn't
response
there.
through the mental link is,
And my response is, well, too bad I wasn't there.
Oh, yes, true.
I wasn't there either, so I'm going back to the fucking inn. I'm not going near that place. Fuck that.
That is fair.
It's just asking for somebody to notice who I am.
That's true.
For somebody to turn me at a stake.
They're probably going to ask me to rejoin their task force. No bother.
I mean,
The task force.
if they offer you a reward, if they offer you a reward, I have the funniest scheme.
this
Oh,
time
no.
you assassinate the Duke.
All right.
Also,
Hmm?
Garm has no money.
I'll make a big purchase.
We made a big purchase.
What'd you buy?
A diamond.
Oh, for like resurrection magic?
Uh-huh.
Why are you so pissy about somebody getting something that might preserve your life?
He took almost all of my gold to do it.
It took all of mine, too.
Oh.
You know what won't
I can-
take all your gold? Dying.
Vara, I melt. You can't
but while
revive
you
a
are-
metal.
While you are alive, I will I can't remember the word.
Recompense.
Reconstitute.
Yeah, recompense you some of that.
It's not a big deal. I'm just teasing Garm.
In my defense,
We are
I was never
also
given
about to
money
get-
to handle.
We're about to get paid for several sources, so
All right. So, is there anything you guys would like to do while you're waiting? I say around this point, it's not that much of a walk. The other two would have arrived at the Citadel by now if you're reconvening. Is there anything you'd like to do while you're waiting for them to come back from discussing rewarding you with a
Oh.
monster heart?
Well,
yes,
oh,
we should actually to Hildegard and Vara privately. Should we tell her now about the Velvet Worm or wait until we get back to the Iron Tree? If you want to tell that Vara.
I mean, me and Garm are passing the Velvet Worm now, so
Yeah, if you tell her now, she might storm in.
That's why Vasquez waiting until they're in person.
Yep.
Probably better for when we meet up.
Yeah, no, like that's what I mean. Like when they get here.
If we
Vast
tell her
says that to
now,
Hildegard and
if we
Laura.
tell her now, they're going to be passing right by it on their way up to here. Do you think that she would not break in?
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm not. Okay, we're gonna wait for them.
I am going to take a look at the velvet worm as we go by, though.
I think in that conversation, no one technically misunderstood Vask, but everyone wanted to be sassy about Jeddah.
Take
No.
my opportunity.
It's like, no,
Yeah, she's like, she made
Well,
to punch me for it. I can
So-
speak ill.
My understanding was I thought they had already gotten to the Citadel and they had
Oh.
just met up.
This was
And
yeah.
Vask turned aside, going, "Oh, should we wait and not do this here when we're so close to the Velvet Worm? She's just
Oh,
going to turn around and go
right.
there."
Okay.
I thought we were still meeting up.
Yeah, I thought this was before we got there. 'Cause
Yeah, I misunderstood.
I wanted to do something before we. Nothing huge. I just wanted to do something before we got here.
Mhm.
One of them was take a look at the velvet worm.
Yep. And
See what kind of activities going on there.
to your eyes, it looks pretty dead. There's no sign of anybody, no sign of any activity or movement.
That's almost more suspicious.
Not really.
It's a brothel in broad daylight.
Yeah, but a
When-
brothel that can't operate at night.
When the fucking church is roaming the streets.
And
I'm
Is there
terribly
Riker
afraid
around?
Cabral is just there, sitting on a love couch, just like glaring at everybody.
It's like, why is he here? We don't know. We think he likes the martinis.
The Puritan Reisatsu energy coming off of him.
Jesus.
oh my god. There's a Reich around?
Not that you can see.
Just like in general on the way there. Not
Nope.
specifically at the velvet worm.
Nope, none that you can see.
Aw.
Occasional gray pike walking about, but no Reichman.
Alright. To the Citadel then.
Ba-da-da-da.
All right, you arrive.
The birds eat any books in the time waiting?
No, the birds are being well behaved.
Well, one of which is still watching the changelings unless he came back.
You'd still be there.
Okay. It
And
just,
there's been no activity really at all.
I thought so.
All right, so not too long before they enter in, you are actually surprised to see emerging from one of the deeper corridors is Naaman. Just sighing and walking past, just, oh, didn't realize your business was here too. I hope it goes better than mine did.
No luck with your endeavors?
This was a difficult subject. I knew it would be a difficult search. But either way, best of luck. I have other things I must attend to. Good day. And walks out about the same time y'all walk in.
Oh, hi.
Is his
Greetings.
bodyguard there?
Nope.
Where's your guard?
Entertaining himself.
Was
Ah,
like
no,
here
no.
somewhere?
Oh, very likely at wherever the nearest fight pit is.
Huh.
Oh, the bloody worm.
What?
Oh, I don't know.
I've never really bothered. I've not much need of him in here in a safer environment. But, either way, I will not bother you. And rapidly heads back out into the city. And not long after that, that same robed acolyte returns. Well, enlightening discussion. I am required to ask what your intent of use for the heart is.
You could just straight up tell him it's a ritual.
Oh yeah. She didn't think she'd get far, or she didn't think she'd have to explain. Essentially, pauses from it. Goes, I was going to see if it could be used as a spell component.
Ah, Glamored Heart for that. Well, you've all proven your valor well enough. I'll go tell them. I think that'll be enough. Returns back, and about 5 minutes later comes out carrying a pretty good-sized wooden box.
Ugh.
And the
Yeah.
What do you think
other items I left behind that they
Yeah,
didn't want.
those are brought out shortly thereafter, yes.
Okay, and they're just keeping the larva.
Yeah.
Okay.
So here's everything. Be very careful with it. It has not been preserved.
Oh, thank you. That she's got to basically put it, like motion to. I think Garm has the bag on him.
I think so.
Yeah,
If you want someone stronger to carry it, it looks pretty sizable.
yeah. Just motion to Garm for a little help.
Of course. Just fair warning: if you're going to eat this whole thing, you might enter a food coma. Your birds are going to be useless. They're just going to be like,
Like those cartoons where they're just orbs with wings and beaks.
We will
Yeah.
see.
just Rao glows over. Image of decadence. Feel like Thanksgiving turkey.
All right.
Um, Thank you for this.
Of course. Thank you for your aid and for what good you've provided us. If the Citadel can aid you, or if you require any information, our doors are open to you and your kin.
I guess once we're out, Vasco will go. So, a little bit of news. I already told you about the Jarl. Might want to swing by the air tree before we do that, though. Drop some of you off in the box. But, Nat, please don't go rushing off.
Oh God.
And telepathically, Vask will explain what Jubilee Wick told us about some Reich members disappearing into the Velvet Worm.
Never coming out again.
That could be very good or very bad. Huh.
And I hope you understand why I waited to tell you in person, so that you wouldn't be inclined to go off by yourself.
No,
Yeah.
actually, Garm was with me.
Farah opens her mouth and closes it.
I don't see Garm. I'm sure would have come in with me to look around.
Carb just, yeah, I would.
I know myself.
Well, I'm gonna have to get there some other way. All right. I'm not just gonna not take a look, Vath.
I don't think that's
I'm
what
not gonna
meant.
do it right. I'm not gonna do it right now. I'm gonna think about how to approach this, but
Yes, that's all I wanted you to do is just, do a little bit of planning before just acting off the cuff. I understand the compulsion. I've done it many times myself. And
really,
I have quite a few scars to show, why I should have maybe, thought my plan out before, just rushing in.
I mean, that's worked out for me in the past.
Yeah, but this lady already doesn't like you. And several
Yeah, well-
brakemen have gone missing in her place.
Yeah, I know.
That, or, and I dread the possibility
Please
she
don't.
works with the North
Please
Wind.
don't.
We're not accusing.
So you're going to the fucking the Jarl, right?
I'm not. Fuck that.
I said 3, not 4.
Yeah, Garm, Hildegard, and I.
Alright, you go do your go do your hero thing.
You and Var are gonna stay at the errantry, or
Oh, probably. Well, give me that box, Hildegard. I'll bring it back.
Garm hands off the box.
Go
All right.
get the hero.
and
Whatever.
hand over the other sack of fellspawn
Oh.
bits.
Oh God, what's this one?
It was the stuff they didn't want. We're gonna turn it into trout bone.
Oh, all right.
All right. So you guys split off, going separate ways. 3 of you heading to the Jarl's Keep, the others heading back to the errantry, and because the Jarl's Keep could potentially be a big thing, we're going to pick that up next time.
Alrighty.
Hey.
Just realized how close the Velvet Worm is to the Jarl's Keep.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
don't think that's by
It's-
design?
It's no coincidence.
Oh wait.
It's like nobles
ending
have a
right
thing.
now, if we weren't ending right now, Jeddah was about to go. Hey, Mara, I want to go to the Velvet Worm.
I'm-
See,